Yeah, that's the producer's job. Andrew's the producer, man. Yeah.
I'm watching time. I got 5 after.
We've got someone that watches to make sure. This is like a Seinfeld show because you remember what was the guy's name? The house that they went to, the friend that they went to, and he would assign everybody a job the minute you got to the party. So I think Jerry had last year he had to watch the music, and then this time he had to watch. I think uh, Elaine had to watch the coats, and George had to watch something, and then I forget which one that was. Yeah, there was different jobs, but everybody has a job here, and so welcome everybody. This is the Share a Beer Show. Today is June 20th, Saturday, June 30th. June 30th. Wow. Wow. I was just talking about in the pre-show how 4th of July's kind of snuck up on me personally. I haven't really heard like a lot of fireworks going off in my neighborhood or anything like that. I've been delivering a lot of fireworks here in the Phoenix area. So a lot of these fireworks stands I've personally delivered at least to well over 24 of them. So a lot of there's at least 24 different fireworks stands here that I am personally responsible for them having fireworks at all. So I knew it was 4th of July, but I don't know. It just didn't kind of dawn on me. But today is the Share Beer Show. Show is 469. We'll be catching up on our show numbers here the middle of July.
Yeah.
What is it, the 14th or something like that?
Yeah. That'll be show 465.
Yeah, that'll be. So we're gonna go. We're 469 now. Next week will be 470, and then the week after we're gonna go 465. So and then after that we're back on track. So it'll finally be not in order, but the way it should be. So 471 will actually be a true 471 once we finally get there.
There's the week after 465.
Yeah, it'll come right after 465. You know how that works,
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Jedi mind tricks.
Yeah, there's a little Jedi mind trick. So on today's show, we will be I'll ask questions about of course 4th of July, what we did for the week. What else do I have here? And pickles. Boom! So an interesting deal right there, right? So we can discuss pickles, what we did for the week, and what else did I say? What was it? Oh, 4th of July. So, but right now in the beginning of the show, if you're new to it, we typically go over with whoever's on video with us here what we're drinking, and then we look it up on Untapped. Untapped, if you don't know, is a beer drinking social app. It's Untapped without the E, right? So it's just Untapped without the E. We have TD Burris in the chat. Wow, we don't have no Bobo in the chat just yet.
Yeah. Keyword.
Yeah, maybe he's still getting dressed. I don't know. Maybe not.
Or undressing.
He's getting undressed.
Yeah. Whatever it is that's causing him not to be here right now, I'm sure once he gets here, he's going to describe in great detail what he.
Yeah. Our chat room is kind of the kids at the back of the class are the ones nudging each other and giggling back there. So I
wonder if he found Craig's trampoline.
That's right. Yeah, maybe he's still on the trampoline doing Lord knows what. You really don't want to know what's happening on there. In the pre-show, we had a little pan down of the camera, and I don't want to talk about what happened there, but that almost got messy in the pre-show there. Hey Andrew, what are you drinking, brother?
I am drinking St. Paul's Finest.
Right on. Fresh out the tap, or is that
fresh out of the
charcoal filtered?
Charcoal filtered. Yep.
Charcoal filtered. Is aged maybe a few hours.
Yeah, probably a couple hours.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you know, like the usual chlorine and other additives to it to make it drink.
Adjuncts.
Got a hint of fluoride in there.
Got a little hint of fluoride, and
it's got a little taste of fluoride in there. And
so that's this week's variant, right? You know, so that's good. That's good. And Bum, what are you having, brother?
I'm having a beer that will be familiar to everybody on here. We've all had this at one time or another.
Oh yes.
I have not had the breakfast stout yet.
Really? Oh, okay. I thought everybody had this, and I will also show you that I am having this in proper glassware.
Oh, proper glassware.
Yeah. So we've all of us except Andrew have had this, so there's no need whatsoever for us to rehash and ask me my tasting notes, because we all know what it tastes like.
The important thing is, it is made with fresh baby, so
fresh squeezed baby.
Yeah.
And I will add, I am drinking this for a reason, and that reason will come up later in the show.
So that's going to come up later. So is that this year's version, Bum?
Well, these aren't dated. There's no vintages on these. I mean, this was bottled on November 22nd of last year, so it's it's 7 months old.
So it's
and it's, I mean, obviously you would expect it to hold up for an 8.3, and it does. I taste no age to this whatsoever. So, but yeah, they go on Untapped and you'll see Founders Breakfast Stout 2017, 16, 15. There's no vintages stamped on the label. Yeah. It's just breakfast stout.
Yeah.
We've got a few ratings on here. So there's 636,000 ratings on here, 2,300 in the last 30 days, 8.3% ABV, 60 IBUs, 4.17 bottle cap rating. So an excellent brew. Coffee lovers consummate beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brewed with an abundance of flaked oats, bitter and imported chocolates, and Sumatra and Kona coffee.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Oh, there's Tom, beardless.
Yeah.
What happened there, Tom?
Went away for about 3-4 weeks, and they cut it off, man. They cut it off.
They cut it off yet? Why? Why did you allow that?
They tied me down.
Tying me down. Tying you down.
Was that a willing?
I was going to say voluntary tie down and shave.
No, a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bum, a little warning. Bobo is now in back of the class.
Oh, okay. Let me check it out.
Yeah. He said he's in the house. Yeah, he's.
And from his comments, he's just getting warmed up.
Yeah, he's just. The fingers are just getting going there. And,
yeah, that's pretty mild comment.
Yeah.
So, Earth, what are you drinking, brother?
I'm drinking a Barrel Runner from Founders. It's a IPA brewed with Mosaic, and it's rum barrel aged.
Ooh, that sounds
brand new.
Cool. It's a Founders night so far here.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, look at this one. This one's so this one's brand new, huh? This is looks like it first was on Untapped. It was added March 23rd, 2018.
Okay.
1,949 ratings on here, and that's the same for the month. So we got an 11.1% ABV, 55 IBU.
That's a big boy.
Yeah,
and 354. Ooh, I like that.
Quad IPA.
Yeah, it's not getting rave reviews by people. It's catching them off guard.
Wow. So what do you think about it there?
I actually like it. It's fruity. I mean, the Mosaic brings the fruitiness out of it, and I mean, if you look at all the comments, they're saying it's really boozy and it's overwhelming, and I'm not getting that at all. It's there, but it's not hindering at all, in my opinion.
Big boy beer drinking pants.
It's not outstanding. It's not blowing my head off, but it's really good. It's tasty. It's really fruity and
so
it's pretty blended, in my opinion.
it's a inspiration for our barrel aged beers can come from the most unexpected places. Let me see. So sweet and hoppy, rich and bright. This rum barrel aged imperial IPA brewed with mosaic hops will make you believe you're in the tropics. So yeah, with something with mosaic, you're definitely expecting a lot of citrus and fruity notes
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, it's a tropical fruit basket, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, that's a
It's
good
really good.
thing to put in rum barrels.
yeah. What's the rum? Is the rum barrel doing anything?
Yeah, it's adding a sweetness to it, but to me, it's right under the surface. It's not leading the way, so it's just kind of carrying everything else. Because I get the mosaic pretty heavy on this one. But I've had one other rum barrel IPA that was way more boozy and way more rum forward than this thing is. So this one's pretty good. I like it. I would say though, with that in mind, it's not going to be for everyone. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially 11.4. And that's see that's the we were having a little bit of a discussion in the pre-show about snobbery in the craft beer community and it's a good idea to try things for yourself because you just don't know what it's going to do on your palate until you try it, right? We can
Sit right there.
really similar on a lot of beers as far as you might have a similar taste as far as what I like, but when it can come to specific beers like this one, and that could kind of set us apart. Like you might not like rum barrel aged beers as much as I do, or I might not like them as much as you do. So really important to try it, and that's part of the conversation.
I'm not a huge fan of rum either, so I was expecting it to be a little bit more rough, but it's actually really good.
Yeah,
in my opinion, you can't get that from the comments, but
well, it's tricky though because an IPA you don't really want to. You don't want to age that because then you lose all the the stuff that from the hops. So if you're going to be putting it in rum barrels or barrel aged, you want to make sure it's probably not too boozy, so it's not too hot because if you set it around for a year, then that'll mellow, but then you'll lose all the hop aroma and flavor.
It's almost triple IPA-esque in a way, with a tinge of rum underneath that. And for me,
I'm surprised.
But you can tell if you look at it, it's either a hit or a miss. It's not really working well. It's either good for people or it's not good for people.
Yeah. Well, a beer that has a rating, right? I consider that kind of the middle, like a 3.54 is one of those ratings where that's going to go kind of a lot of kind of teeter-tottering on people think about it. Those beers that are like a 3.9 or 4 or above are easily a lot of people's favorites. But the ones that are right where this rating is at are going to be a little controversial, a little more.
I'm actually surprised at how high the average is because there's a lot of people dumping it out. There's a lot of people scoring it like a quarter of a point, So I'm actually surprised it's carrying that score.
Was that in 4-packs on 12 ounce?
Yeah, it's 4-packs.
Okay. Cool. Hey, Tom, so we haven't had you here in a while, man. So what are you having, brother?
I've been MIA. I'm not even having a beer. I am having a mimosa.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Orange juice and pineapple.
So is he going full pinky out on that bad boy or what? Yeah, look at that. Going.
Yeah.
Stay fruity, man. Gotta keep fruity.
Stay fruity.
Stay fruity, my friend. Yeah, exactly. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Hey, we welcome everybody here, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No matter what your preference is.
No matter how fruity you are.
Yeah, no matter how fruity you are, man. Mark, what are you having, brother?
My warm-up beer is an old standby.
Oh,
Torpedo.
Torpedo.
Torpedo. Dead ahead.
Talk about Torpedo's kind of pretty up there as far as hops and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
That's
that's
solid.
it. I mean, it's a very good, double IPA, almost running that Imperial IPA thing.
Yeah.
It's just real solid. It's year-round, reasonably priced. Yeah, can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's a beer that's pretty much available everywhere, isn't it? I think has everybody here has had Torpedo.
I've had Torpedo a couple times.
Yeah. It gets,
Yeah,
and it's good. It gets a good rating too. I mean, what was it, probably 3.7 or something across the?
Yeah, you get a 3.75 on this one here. I'll show the Untapped here.
Yeah.
You've got 617,000 ratings, 2,300 in the last 30 days, 7.2%, 65 IBUs, and a 3.75.
Damn.
3.75 rating. It's just like they say here. Sierra Nevada Torpedo Ale is a big American IPA, bold, assertive, and full of flavor and aromas. Wow, that got big. Highlighting the complex citrus, pine, and herbal characters of whole cone American hops.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely agree with that because I get just tons of pine out of that beer when I drink it.
Yeah, if I remember right, it's really hop forward.
Yeah,
It's more. Yeah, it is, and it's more pine than anything. You get pine, then you get the citrus and the grassiness underneath.
yeah, that's my recollection of it. Drinks a bigger IBU beer than 65, in my opinion. You know, it does have that nice maltiness to it as well, but it's definitely, if you like a good bold IPA, man, that is definitely it. I am having the very sessionable Sam 76.
Oh, there you go.
Sam Adams.
Nothing super crazy. It says right here on the label, right here on the can, refreshing, flavorful craft. And you know, I actually just had a Modelo right before that, and a Special, and I kind of like the Modelo better, to tell you the truth. You know, they're both, you know, lower ABV beers. I don't think Modelo is. Is it even 5%? Is it 5%?
That goes good with some Mexican food.
Yeah, it kind of goes good with everything. I had just made a bunch of hamburgers, and there was, of course, a sale at the grocery store. So they had all the handmade patties that they make there at the grocery store on sale. So I bought a bunch and made those, and I had some Modelos with them, and they were really really good. Sam 76 has a little bit more of a stronger taste. Definitely tastes more crafty. You know,
Do you prefer that over their Boston Lager, Joe?
I was just gonna say that.
Would I have it over the Boston Lager? No.
You think you don't think it's better tasting?
Not than the Boston Lager. No. I kind of like the Boston Lager. You know what beer I actually still like from Sam Adams is Sam Adams Light. I still enjoy Sam Adams Light. I think that's of all the light beers, I think that's still the best light beer you can get. You know, it just depends what you're trying to go for, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want something that, quite frankly, has no taste, really. I mean, doesn't have that big of a taste at all. Then yeah, keep going for. And I do from time to time, Miller Lite or a Michelob Light or something like that, I suppose. But if you want something that has some flavor, has some crafty character to it, Sam Adams Light still. You know what? And it's getting tougher to find. Have you found that it's tougher to find Sam Adams Light?
I still do see it. Maybe not as often as I used to, but it's still around my area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it
but it's not
here.
as prominent. It's not as prominent as it was, say, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. It's definitely right. It's definitely getting harder to find. It is not, it used to be kind of everywhere, and I don't know. I don't think they market it that much at all.
Well, and that also might be just the fact that the Sam Adams presence in stores is shrinking altogether, and
Yeah.
they have to eliminate some, so the light might be the first to go, because there's definitely Sam doesn't have as much shelf space as it even had 2-3 years ago.
No, not by a long shot. It's definitely getting pushed out by, for one, the InBev brand. Everything that's on that InBev umbrella, they're all fighting for that shelf space, and InBev, the part of the shelf space that they're getting now in the cooler is insane.
Yeah.
And no charge. All the breweries that have gotten bought up by them are now getting those shelves. It's that's all part of it. You know what I'm saying?
And you said long shot, Joe. It reminded me. Long shot is the name of their annual homebrew contest winners. They didn't do that this year either.
Oh yeah.
Every year for years they've had the long shot homebrew winners.
Yeah.
And Sam makes their beers. They did not put those out this year for the first time in probably 15 years.
I was
Next, we're going to hear they're going to sell to InBev or something. Sam Adams is going to get bought.
now. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about this a little bit because I think this is kind of interesting. Lagunitas is brewing up cannabis in their
Nice.
in a brew now, so you're going to be able to get your hands on some actual beer that will get you high. Made by Lagunitas, cannabis infused, hoppy sparkling water. Or did we talk about this already?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so. No.
But yeah, so Lagunitas is making this, and I think it's relevant because we just talked about, what was it? Tea, hop teas, right? Well, this is a cannabis. This is hoppy sparkling water, but it's made with cannabis. So you're going to be able to, and we've often dreamed of hops and their cannabis cousins partying together at the family reunion. We wanted to bring this party to life in a beverage. It's high time, nudge, nudge, that good beer inspired a provocative yet refreshing non-alcoholic alternative with a smidge of California sun-grown cannabis in every.
There you go. That's the first since California approved, passed marijuana. That's how they're going to do it now.
So you've got an IPA-inspired sparkling beverage is made using everything Lagunitas knows about hops, but with 0 alcohol, 0 calories, and 0 carbs. So it's healthy.
Yeah. Infused.
Right?
You might just fail a drug test, but it's
Infused with THC from the finest sun-grown cannabis at I don't know, absolute extracts. It's all good to have friends. It's good to have friends. So here's the 2 doses, same hoppy fidelity. THC level is 5 milligrams. These things are getting measured. This is out of my wheelhouse right here. I don't know what's happening right here. These measurements are brand new to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
This is where weed has gone. Like this is where millennials separate themselves from the pot smokers of my day, because I never heard these numbers before. THC levels. You didn't care about THC levels. All you knew if it was skunk or right. Well, I mean, we had our 4 different weeds, or maybe 5 or 6, and that was it, right? Nowadays things get measured, and they have all these crazy names, and the stuff now, like, you get secondhand smoke from this, and you're done, son. Like you're higher than a kite off secondhand smoke. It's so stout, right? Like it's crazy. So you
So
got
how does this? Yeah, I wonder how this 5 milligrams and 10 milligrams. So how does that compare to, if you're just
point.
like a joint? Yeah, I mean, what's the level of THC compared to a typical joint?
That's where we need. Where's our weed specialist?
When
Yeah,
I
we're
when I
profit.
was in Colorado, I got that 10 milligram soda. I drank
Okay,
that.
so is that what it was, Tom? Was it 10
Yeah.
milligrams? And I remember Zach telling you that he's don't drink the whole thing or something like that, right?
He said that, but then he realized, I guess he could get higher dosage. I guess the ones that he gets is like 50 or 60. But the 10 milligram was actually pretty. It was pretty nice.
Okay. Just give you a nice, just get you to the right level and keep you there for a while.
It wasn't too much. It was good.
Okay, so a 5 milligram. So this is kind of, I think, maybe could we equate the 5 milligrams to like a 5% beer, maybe, and then the 10 milligrams to maybe a 10% beer?
Yeah, it's like an imperial THC drink.
So it's like an imperial.
That's how I would read it.
An imperial IPA water.
Yeah.
And what's this CMD level 5 milligrams?
CBD.
CBD is cannabinoids. It's more of a it's like what cancer patients take instead of a THC. It's like a cancer, so it's more of like a
oil or whatever. Yeah.
So you drink one of these and you're getting high and curing cancer. Like,
I mean, hey.
Yeah.
I mean, boom. Oh, Earn Profit's in the house, finally. So he says it takes me about 300 milligrams of THC to get high off of edibles.
Wow. Well, when you are a pop, it will take more.
He says a lightweight would get a mild high off of 5 milligrams or 10 milligrams. Well, that's me, son. I would probably be lit beyond belief. I'd probably be like stuck in a chair somewhere, just done, son. Like, I mean,
The bad Cheetos to the side, right?
Yeah. Oh, so he says CBD cannabinoid or something.
Cannabinoid. Cabinet it all.
Cabinet. Wow. And then Bobo says, I really want to drink that weed drink, might get a high. Yeah.
And then Bobo says I would crush a 24 pack.
Yeah, 20. Sure. Now, is that something? Could you take? I don't know.
Someone's getting crushed.
I just picture you buying a 6-pack of this stuff, and could you bong it? Could you? You couldn't call it a beer bong. It's not a beer bong. It'd be a water bong.
You just pour that in your bong.
Yeah, you pour it.
Yeah.
There you go. That'd be interesting.
That
True definition of the term.
I mean, the thing that's fantastic now is that you could go to a store and buy a couple of edibles and never have to smell like smoke at all.
Mm-hmm.
So you're avoiding the whole lung cancer thing altogether. Like it's That's,
you gotta watch out though, because some people they'll eat a cookie and they'll expect it to hit them in 10 minutes, and they have another cookie and then another cookie.
Oh, you're done.
Your leaks to the couch.
And that's how they OD on edibles, right? Because edibles take a while to hit, but when they hit, they last for a lot longer, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a lightweight, like 5 hours. If you're not,
and that's what would scare me to death about like drinking that 10 milligram one. I'd be like, I
remember I had a brownie in high school, and I was high for I was playing football at the time, and I was high for like 4 days. I woke up to every day. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Still,
Hey, you know what? You know what, Mark? It holds true. We haven't heard from Her Prophet now in a while, and we start talking weed, and he jumps in. Like,
it's like the little alarm goes off.
he has a weed algorithm, and if anybody is talking weed, the algorithm automatically links him to the show. Yeah.
It's like the bat light.
It's the equivalent to the bat signal.
Herb's
The
laughing.
weed signal.
And he says, last time I took strong edibles, I was high for 10 hours.
Oh my God, yeah. That is crazy. That is crazy.
10 hours.
10 hours. I mean, I've heard that the edibles now can get you lit for forever. Like, you're just done, son. Yeah. You know, and after that deal in Denver, I'm like, wow. Really stoned.
Everywhere you went.
Oh my God! It was just like there's so much weed here. Oh my God! I can't be stoned.
It was pretty awesome.
Oh my God! It was a good time. That was a great time.
Well, wasn't everybody, almost every other person, when you're walking down the street, asking you, like, "Hey, you want to buy some weed from me?"
What was funny was every other person was asking questions about elk hunting. Is what was crazy.
Oh,
there was all this random elk hunting questions.
Yeah.
Getting.
Yeah, elk season was just opening, probably.
Yeah, so you get, okay, so he says edibles are something like 20 times more psychoactive than when you're smoking it. So I have not had an edible, so
Bobo's like, where can I buy edibles?
Exactly. Yeah, you can definitely, we definitely have the green crosses here in Arizona. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Them places are all over, and they're growing and they're massive. Probably not on the California level or the Denver level. Dear God, that was wow. But they're definitely all over Phoenix. That's for sure. But I did find this out about Lagunitas, and so that might find Lagunitas in new favor with some people. I know there was a little riff with Lagunitas a while back. What does the malt liquor community? What does Billy D say about marijuana infused?
Billy D has no interest whatsoever in edible or drinkable.
It works every time.
It does work every time. Yeah, that was. Billy D is interested in job security, and that actually goes against. That's counterproductive for him. Yeah.
Billy D has to take a pee test every month to continue. Employed by me, so
yeah.
Gotta take a pee test.
He's Billy D's more about job security.
Yeah,
and that's where he pulls out his union card, man. He's like,
full 45 union yay.
Yeah. That's right.
When he takes a pee test, that's not the only thing he pulls out.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. TMI there. TMI.
So what's been happening, man, in the MLDC?
Well, we have some late breaking news, and I'm going to apologize here if this news is not as up to date as it could be. I will explain. Last night to be specific, we had a 40-ounce Fear live stream, which is pretty much run of the mill for him, except I will say Fear has finally had his live stream privileges restored to his main channel after a 90-day ban because he got flagged.
Oh, so it's been 90 days. Okay.
Yeah, the 90 days are up. So he did one of his first live streams on his original channel last night. Doesn't matter. He had been doing live streams on his Blood, Sweat, Beers channel the last 3 months. But he's back to his original channel. He did a live stream last night, which I watched, and somebody tipped him off that his arch enemy, Shady Malt Shadows, had started up a live stream of his own.
At the same time.
At the same time. So Fear stated on camera that when he was done with his live stream and once he shut it down, he was going to go to Shady Malt Shadow's live stream and troll him. Now, these two are bitter enemies, and they have been for months and months and months. So when Fear's live stream ended, I switched over to Shady Malt Shadow's live stream. Sure enough, Fear got on there and started insulting him. And they went back and forth for a while. But a funny thing happened along the way. They were arguing about cars and spare tires and all kinds of stuff related to cars. And then somewhere along the line, they started agreeing with each other about certain cars and certain vintages of cars and which cars were the best in certain eras. And I actually watched these guys with, Shady on camera and Fear in the chat starting to have a normal conversation amongst themselves.
That's
where they actually became cordial with each other and started agreeing with each other on certain things.
Bum, you're killing it for me. I just watched the last season of Billions, and I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that's into Billions and you haven't seen the last season, but this sounds a lot like that, and this is really bumming me out.
A lot of reconciliation.
I cannot say for sure if these two have, found a common bond between them where they've made up. When this happened last night, I was like, wow, this is like malt liquor detente. The two mortal enemies have found some common ground.
Yeah.
And they kind of parted not as friends last night when Shady's live stream ended. They did not part as friends, but they definitely parted as respectful enemies that were respectful of each other. And I was very impressed by this. Now, Fear did a live stream this afternoon, and I have no idea what he said on this live stream. I didn't have time to tune in, though he may have. I'm sure he probably had something to say. I just haven't had time to watch it. So, but this may have actually been a ice breaking of sorts between these two bitter enemies.
So would you say it's like the North Korea, South Korea?
Yeah, it's something very similar.
Yeah, like Trump in North Korea or something.
Yeah.
Are they going to start like virtual kissing and all this stuff?
No, there was none of that.
Hugging and
no.
What's that in Seinfeld when he's what is it? When what is it, Jerry? Is it Jerry and the girlfriend? They call it like Snooky baby and stuff.
Oh yeah, Snooky. Yeah, dude.
And then when they were at dinner, they both try to like show each other up.
Yeah.
It was one of them was trying to show each other up, and then the girlfriend ends up always doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good episode, man. I remember that one. Yeah. By the way, Bobo, no. So, what else you got for us, Bob?
Have you ever farted in a beer review?
We're gonna skip the chairman this week. He did some more videos. Nothing major from him. I'm still not convinced he's totally healthy. He did one video this week. At the very end of the video, he started coughing pretty bad.
Oh, really?
I've kept count. In the 2 weeks since he got sick, he's only done a total of like 6 or 7 videos, which is extremely unlike him. So I think he claims to be 100%, but I don't think he is. So we'll give the chairman a break this week.
Yeah, we'll wish him well, man. Honestly, man, we'll give him a little dilly here at the end of the report here.
Yeah, I think he's actually going through McRib withdrawal. He needs a McRib.
That's true.
Yeah.
McRib.
Yeah, McRib.
I didn't even get a chance to get a withdrawal. I didn't even get one.
See? I know.
But the big story this week that happened, we have a craft beer review. And for some of you guys, you may not have known this, even if you've watched the Malt Liquor Report for a long time. Many of the malt liquor drinkers on YouTube occasionally will do craft beer reviews. There haven't been too many lately, but we had a new one this week. And it just so happens that the beer that was reviewed is what I'm drinking, Founder's Breakfast Stout. And this beer was reviewed by the Incredible Hulk of the MLDC, Mr. Rayner 009.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you recall, that's the man who was wearing the heart monitor for a month. He's the bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
if you
he the
want to
same one we haven't that MLDC hasn't heard from in a while?
Yeah, he disappeared for a while, and he's back. So if you want to punch him up, Joe, it's just Mr. Rainer, MRAINER 009. And if you go to his videos,
take a look at this. Founder's Breakfast Stout. Let me put on my old man glasses. Get to read this. This is so exciting. It's rolling.
Glasses and a ski mask. What kind of look is this, man?
Ale and chocolate.
How often? Okay, wait a minute. We got to talk about this. How often do you see this? A guy in a ski mask with a beanie on and readers.
he has an amazing ability to laugh at himself. He's the same age as me. He's in far better physical shape than me, at least body wise. I'm not sure about heart wise or liver wise, for that matter. But yeah, Mr. Rayner is one of the nice guys at the MLDC. He'll cuss out Dorf, but he doesn't feud with anybody, and he laughs at himself. So
Yeah. This is not your typical bad boy look right here. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Before I
Get through your-
I got to get my readers. I can't read that.
yeah.
Print's too small.
Prince, can you hold this out for me a little bit? Because
He's definitely helping them with the process of elimination.
yeah.
That's an oatmeal stout. And even with these glasses, I can't see.
Joe, he's trying to do this. He can't get it far enough out to read it.
At 60 IQ.
He's trying to do the trombone.
Yeah.
How exciting, huh? Look at that. Well, why don't we give this a tour, folks? Let's go ahead and do that.
He's holding the label out, so he's staying true to everything. He's tapped the bottle. Does he drink it out of the bottle and pour it in the? Oh, he got some smoke.
Yeah, he's gonna pour it in the glass.
He didn't. He violated our code right there. He didn't even acknowledge the smoke.
Yeah.
He got some decent smoke out. He was still smoking right there. What's he doing?
Let's go give it a pour, shall we?
Oh, he is gonna
Yeah.
pour. Wow. Look at that.
Sam Adams glass. With
Oh, straight in.
Jeez.
Whoa, a vigorous pour.
Whoa! Oh, that's a man pour right there.
No,
you got
Yeah.
You better have a towel underneath that.
Look at that.
It's like a head on.
that was badass.
Look at that.
Look at that. Now we got to go in again on that. Look at that. I mean, he just.
You didn't care.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, just.
Let's
I
go
don't.
give it a pour, shall we?
Yeah, look at this. Let's give it a pour. Look at that. Straight up. Be a man.
Put it like
How do you pour it? How do you pour it? Yeah. Be a man.
You thought he was gonna be like, oh my god. He
Well,
just
looks like
didn't
I got about 5 knuckles of fucking head on there. No, it's.
Wait a minute.
Knuckles.
What did he expect? I mean, he poured the thing.
That was like a bottom.
Poured it so fast.
care. I was like this.
He just. That is hilarious. I mean, what did he seriously think? This is too funny. I mean, the guy goes like just full steam ahead. There was no. Look at that. Look at this thing, man. This is so funny.
You know, let's do the old drink test here and really see what we're dealing with. Okay, folks?
Oh, you're
Oh my god!
Oh no one, he poured it over the toilet.
I don't know. I smell some chocolatey. Smells kind of like shit.
Oh!
What a waste.
Oh!
Just keep watching.
It's pretty. I don't know. Is it me or does it look like somebody just fucking had a real bad case of diarrhea, folks? Huh? I don't know. You're,
Oh, no way!
No.
No!
Lap that up.
No!
Take a swill from my
Well,
God!
garbage. I'm sorry. Got a little off track there, folks. I'm going to rate that. I'm going to rate this on a scale of pure shit. Pure shit, folks. Okay? Pure shit.
well, let's go back to
I swear to God.
Oh, look at that. Right down.
That starts right after this.
Yeah, the malt liquor should be going down there. Oh my God.
Pure shit.
That glass would have to be thrown away.
You know, it's funny. Somebody in the comments said, "Remind me the next time I come over to your house to not drink out of the Sam Adams glass." I'd have to throw that glass away.
I guess you didn't lose any points with the MLDC for that one, huh, Bum?
Yeah. So here's your bonus footage. He chugs a 40 and then a 22 ounce on top of it.
I mean, I call it what it is.
Okay, he's got some decent tunes going.
Oh yeah, he's got the Aussie mashup.
What does the MLDC think of that? I mean, what is he doing? Kissing the bottle? What's he doing there? You know, put your lips around like a man. I mean, what's he doing there? It's like he's kissing the bottle. Look at him. What's happening here, man?
I think he's trying to chug. Maybe not have it real tight so he can let some air out when he's chugging.
Interesting mashup.
Oh, he had to stop. Now, wait a minute, because we seen that other woman crush it.
Queen Malt, yeah.
He crushed it, yeah.
Queen Malt just tilted it, and that was it, son. She was done in like 2 minutes or something, right?
Yeah, but Queen Malt has never done a 1200 club like Mr. Rayner has here. Not here on this video, but
so he's done 340s.
Mr. Rayner has done 340s in under 10 minutes.
340s in under 10 minutes.
And she didn't leave hardly any foam. She put her mouth around it like a man and drank it. Like, look how much foam he's making because of all the stuff the beer's having to go through there. She chugged hers like a man.
Mr. Rayner always goes back and drinks the foam.
Oh my God.
That's our animals.
Now he'll sit that there, but he'll go back to it and finish the foam once it turns into malt liquor again.
Once it turns into malt liquor.
Holy crap.
Looks like a hurricane he's sucking down now.
Yeah, he's got a hurricane. The problem with the can is that we can't verify for sure that he's drinking the whole thing.
No, but when he's done, he will turn it upside down and hold it above his mouth to see that there's nothing left coming out of it. He does that all the time with his cans.
Oh, wow.
No, the Incredible Hulk is for real when he chugs.
He's not a cartoon. He's a real Incredible Hulk.
I'm more interested in 20 minutes after he drinks them all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, did you see that? That wasn't a good look.
He's
Did
gonna
you
curl
see
up.
what happened there? Yeah, let's see that one again. Watch the face right there. Look at that. Oh, boy. Oh, man. What happened there?
Gonna be coming back up.
Yeah, I want to see what happens 20 minutes after.
Stomach was dancing.
He looked like he handled that a way better than the chairman did. I'll tell you right now.
What's next? The Zima?
Yeah.
Under 2 minutes, folks. We'll see you. We do a Molly chaser.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that!
12 hurricane looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'd be drunk.
Dude, that's a lot of freaking alcohol.
And,
Yeah.
he's pounding them too. If
Yeah.
if you pound 2 or 3 beers, you're going to be tipsy.
Look at that! How many ounces is that, Bump?
65, according to his video title there.
Oh yeah, right there, yeah.
Go plus 12.
Wow.
The door foam. Yep.
Unavoidable.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, door foam happens. But door foam, he doesn't develop just regular speed run door foam. I mean, he doesn't obviously do speed runs. He takes a sip and it's like fucking instant fucking like foamy face foam. I don't get it. That's 77 ounces of delicious malt liquor. Drank in a damn timely manner, if I say so my damn self.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
It feels like I swallowed, I don't know, the Incredible Hulk, a miniature one, and he's trying to pound his way out of my stomach.
Wait a minute. He swaddled the Incredible Hulk? Like, what's up with that?
Basically, the malt liquor is having an argument inside of his stomach and wants out the same way it went in.
Oh, I didn't know where that went. I don't know. I don't know.
First 2 minutes, which is about on target when I did the 75-ounce slam.
It's going to be a multiple emergency.
I have. I'm going to do one of these again in about 50
Medical. Multiple.
50 ounces in under a minute. I did one a couple years ago under a minute. The last drink, I think. Then I'm going to do another one of those. See if I can beat my time of like 55 seconds. If I can do it under 50 seconds.
He handles those a lot better than the chairman. I'll give him that. He handles those. He's in a lot better shape. The chairman, he kind of even when he isn't sick, he kind of sits there.
Yeah.
And
he's always sitting down.
Yeah, and he's always sitting down. Yeah, this guy actually looks like he's handling pretty well, man.
Yeah, but Mr. Rayner had to wear a heart monitor for a month, so who's in worse shape?
Exactly. He still doesn't handle it quite as well as our Hawaiian friend. Our Hawaiian friend, dude, is the man.
Yeah.
What did he do? Like 3 of them, I think, or 4 of them?
I don't know, but that guy can chug some beer, man. Wow.
Is there a time to ounce ratio or record or something going on here?
Him and the Mexican connection.
Yes, that dude can chug some beer.
Yeah.
Wow, both those big boys can. I mean, they get down with the beer chugging, man. Yeah, that's for sure. What else you got for us, Bum?
That is it for this week.
Wow, that was well done, Billy D. Billy D. Put together another well done malt liquor report. Now, I think Mark is cracking open something special.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. The boss is telling me I got to open this up here. So
yeah. The boss gets.
This is like Joe's beer store. Another one. Joe. Castile
that's a good one.
Yes. So this is the
nice
25 wine bottle basically. It's been out of the fridge for about an hour. This is I think 11%. Yeah, it's a big one. So
yeah, that's a good one.
So let's see if I don't have. I have to use a.
Oh boy, yeah, we got it because Mark doesn't have good luck with corks, man.
Yeah.
No, this. Yeah, well, it shoots up and hits the ceiling fan, and then it flies around the castle case. Pretty good. All right.
That makes great video, by the way.
There we go.
America's funniest
Shouldn't be too
videos.
bad.
Hey, we got smoke.
Good smoke.
We got
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Oh, it's porn smoke. Oh, near.
Yes. Oh, you can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like too bad Neary doesn't join us in the Saturday shows.
Yeah. It's pretty late over there for him right now.
Yeah. That's for the boss. There we go. All right. I can smell
They have
it. I
a
can
raspberry edition of that too.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
looks-
picture. Oh my gosh. This is Belgian dark chocolate aroma. It is. Yes. Very, very. Oh. Yeah. He's got that Belgian, not quite, not milk chocolate, but not bitter. I mean, like that semi-sweet, very,
Yeah.
very full-bodied, and you get a little Belgian yeast at the back after you thaw it.
It's weird. There's
Wow.
not a lot of comments on the beer.
Yeah.
In English.
Now I know I looked at it on Untapped, and they've got all different vintages, which is bogus because it doesn't really say what year.
Right.
Who makes that beer?
It's
Barista. Castile,
Yeah.
yeah.
Kastel. Yeah, Belgium. I don't know where they're at in Belgium.
I don't think I've ever had anything from them.
yeah. They've actually got it on a different name here on Untapped. Let me show the Untapped really quick.
Yeah.
Because it's the Barista Chocolate Quad, 65,000, practically 66,000 ratings on here.
Yeah.
600 in the last 30 days. 11% ABV, no IBUs rated, and 3.88 rating.
Yeah.
And you can see the brewery there. It's I don't know.
Brewery Van Hoensbroek. Yeah.
Hoensbroek.
And
It's a delicious beer. I mean, thanks
I'll
again,
tell,
Bill.
yeah, they're out of, I don't know, Ingestil, Munster, West, whatever in the hell, Belgium. So
That's what, yeah.
I
somewhere in
jacked that one all up, didn't I?
West Kabumfuck, Belgium.
Yeah.
Brouwery.
I'm pretty sure that's like a big brewery, right? And they own like a bunch of breweries, and Castell happens to be one of them.
Yeah. No, it's very, very delicious. Nice chocolate. Yeah, it's mostly chocolate, but you get that kind of that Belgian. There's that Belgian quad hiding behind it.
I remember being real velvety smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is very smooth. It's not quite as full-bodied as like a Young's Double Chocolate or anything like that.
Mhm.
It's very, very smooth, easy drinking.
Do you get any dark fruits?
A little bit at the back. It's mostly chocolate, yeah. You get that chocolate.
More chocolate, yeah.
Kind of that Belgian chocolate. You get some dark fruits and a little bit of that, the Belgian back, but it's mostly chocolate. It's a good mix.
Yeah, that one's a solid beer. It's really
Yeah, it is. Thanks again, Joe. That's fantastic.
glad you
We're
enjoyed.
gonna have everybody here next week and the week after too. I think I'm saving them. I'm saving them for this beer bit. So
Yeah, this hey, we've got that one. At least that Belgian quad had a nice hottie alert in there, man. We got Marcella. How you doing?
Ooh, that's a nice name, Marcel.
And I like that name, Marcella, right? Yeah. Hey, how you doing? So yeah. So
Yeah, I rated that one pretty well.
yeah.
oh, were you in there as well?
I'm somewhere in there, yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
check
yeah.
for friends. Let me see. Let's see. So there's Sue. She's one of my models that I work with from time to time. Let's see who we got. Oh, we got Neary.
Oh, okay. What's he give?
King of Smoke.
4. That's high for Neary. I mean,
Yeah, that is too complex to
he's
explain.
like a 4.5.
Yeah, he's real restrictive on his rating system.
If he gives above a 3, he really, really, really likes it.
Yeah.
There's Earth right there. This one makes me feel like I should be at a super white collar event, pinky out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm giving it 4 1/4. I mean, yeah, it's just it's a solid beer. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm gonna sleep really well tonight. Yeah.
Oh, we had Zach rate this one. Pleasantly surprised by this one. Nice coffee and chocolate notes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a very good beer.
Awesome, man. Great. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've got one to crack open as well. Let me type it in here.
Golden Beer Month. Yeah. All right.
Another one from Ballast Point here. Ballast Point, and you can probably take a guess at the flavor. It's right in theme with everything else I've been having, or everything else that I seem to like this year for sure. But we got the peanut butter victory at sea from Ballast Point. 34,000 ratings on here. 364 in the last 30 days. A 10% beer, 60 IBUs, and a 3.9.
That's a good one.
This version is without the chocolate, just peanut butter. So this will be interesting for me. I have not rated this beer yet. I'm going to get my camera ready because, dear God, I don't want to get yelled at.
Yeah.
I don't want to get scolded. Yeah.
I think it's gonna come out of nowhere.
Yeah. I don't want to get scolded. So, yeah, I have not had this beer yet. Apparently, because I haven't rated it, which I guess doesn't mean I haven't rated a lot of beers. I need to catch up on some of the ratings. But
yeah, I thought you did have that one.
Yeah, maybe I. You know what? There's so many victory at sea.
It's all blending together now.
Yeah.
You know what? I should
like
add,
Chappie beer.
I should add, and this confused me when they were both out. There is a peanut butter victory at sea, and there is also a peanut butter cup victory at sea, which are two different beers.
Yeah.
Aren't there like
Because the peanut butter cup would have chocolate in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And this one claims to not have any chocolate. So this one, on the label, it says smooth peanut butter meets dark coffee in this roasty porter. We got this peanut butter victory at sea is a nutty version of our popular imperial porter. We took our trademark robust porter brewed with Cafe Calabria coffee and vanilla and added peanut butter, adding another level to this roasty, flavorful beer. And I love how they just have like a big chunk of peanut butter there on the label there. They just have like a nice big scoop of peanut butter. So let's see, man. Let's see if we can make Neary eat it with the smoke here, man. Let me see here. Let me put the like that. There we go. Let's see. Oh! It started gangbusters, and then it fizzled right away. I think it's not even gonna pour smoke. I'm definitely not gonna pour it like that other dude. That's for sure. That was crazy. Wasn't it?
He thought he had a milk stout nitro.
What was that?
You're not going to dump it out into your toilet?
Yeah, I'm not gonna dump it in the toilet. What is hilarious about that is he had to buy it and then pour it down the toilet.
Yeah, it cost him $4. It was a $4 drink for it.
I mean,
Joe,
what's the point to that?
Joe, I've seen $100 worth of craft beer being poured out on the sidewalk by malt liquor drinkers in one review.
Oh my God! What is it? You still supported them. You bought the beer.
I'd rather see him burn the $100 bill.
Yeah, I mean, but
that'd be more entertainment.
Oh my God! What, dude?
Oh, it's incredible, isn't it? One of the best beers ever.
Oh my God! The nose on this beer is such big sweet peanut butter. It is, and then you get that coffee roastiness. Now this roast coffee is more like a cup of roasted coffee, like a real brewed cup of coffee. Not so much It's more like a dark roasted brewed cup of coffee. Oh my God, the smell is intense, man. It really is up front and in your face. There's tons of roasted coffee and tons of just like it's like you opened up the top of the jiff and was just like put your nose in it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Far enough to where you get a dab on the tip of your nose.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. Bro,
I've been there, Joe.
if you have never had Victory at Sea, I don't give a damn which one it is. Buy it. If you have never had Victory at Sea, because the base of this beer is phenomenal. It's fantastic. So when they start adding their different variants to it, it's incredible. Look at the darkness on that beer. I mean, you can see my Untapped page in the beer. You can practically read it. I think our friend in the malt liquor, if he had his readers,
no readers required for real beer.
I mean, you could read my computer off of the glass. It's that dark. Look at that. Look at this thing. It's incredible. The color, the taste is everything that you're getting in the nose. You're getting in your mouth, baby. Yeah.
What would you pair with it?
With the exception that the mouthfeel is really nice. It's a little heavy, but it is it's creamy, baby. Yeah, you're gonna like it. And there's some coffee notes in there, baby. Yeah, you're getting lots of that big roasty coffee. And I'm not getting tons of peanut butter, but what it is that I'm smelling so much peanut butter as I'm drinking it, and it's sweet. So it's not. I'm not getting a peanut butter finish. There's some sweetness in there, and I don't know. I feel like it's got lactose in there.
I wonder, if they might add that to kind of give it that creaminess.
It's got a slight bitterness to it. I am getting a little bitterness in there. But I'm getting more of the peanut butter, and this one's been out since the pre-show. It's been sitting right here next to me since the pre-show, so it's been out at least an hour.
What would you pair with it as food-wise?
Food-wise, you know what? I would kind of go a little the opposite. I would like a peach pie, a really good peach pie with a nice big dab of Cool Whip on top of that bad boy, like that. And to me, those opposites would kind of mix really well. I would also have like a really good, nice seared pork steak. I could go that way if I'm going to have some sort of meat. I could freaking pair this with anything, really. I mean, this is like fantastic. But yeah, I could picture like a fruit pie with this. I don't know if I'd go cream pie, but a good fruit pie I think would go really well with this, whether it be apple. I don't know if I'd go berry though. I have to admit, I don't know if I'd go berry. I think berry would be a little too sweet and tart, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little.
How about a pumpkin pie? Pumpkin pie?
Pumpkin, yeah.
With a nice dollop of Cool Whip?
Pumpkin and a dollop of Cool Whip. And pumpkin or sweet potato. Or
some ice cream.
Or just some ice cream. Even put this in a float.
Oh Jesus!
Would be interesting. This would be interesting. Actually, I would, because you do get so much roasted coffee in this. It'd be interesting to put a scoop of coffee ice cream in this. If anybody likes, I'm a coffee ice cream fan. I don't go out of my way for it, but occasionally, and it's because of that woman that you see in the chat over there. Occasionally.
Yeah,
she got me into coffee ice cream as a kid. That was that's one of her favorite flavors is coffee ice cream. Baskin Robbins coffee ice cream is one of my favorite coffees, ice creams. I could see putting coffee ice. One of these days, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to bring different ice creams. You know what? Maybe
It'd be a good time.
Some
Yeah.
brownies.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Brownies would be good with this. Yes. Now let's talk about brownies because I'm not an icing on the brownie guy. I like plain baked brownie. I don't mind nuts in it and stuff, but I don't like icing on my brownie.
A nice,
Anybody with me on that? I like a non-iced brownie.
I'm the same way.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had icing on a brownie.
Yeah, some people put icing on a brownie. I'm not a big fan. I don't mind putting a dollop of Cool Whip on it. I'm kind of a Cool Whip guy. I like Cool Whip. I like to put Cool Whip on there or whipped cream, however you prefer.
Make your
but-
whipped cream with some powdered sugar and heavy cream. Whip it real quick and you're
yeah. The homemade is always best, of course. Little vanilla in there and oh baby, but this is super good beer. It's fantastic. Do yourself a favor if you have not had any of the Victory at Seas, get you some of that. If you can, start with the base. Start with just the plain Victory at Sea. If you can find it, it might be kind of hard.
That's still available. I just passed by a 6-pack of it and yesterday and contemplated buying it because I hadn't had it for a while. I didn't buy it, but it's nice knowing it's always there around me.
This one's fully room temperature. I'm the guy that'll buy a beer, and just crack it open. I mean, crack it open and start enjoying it. Like it's, I don't have to refrigerate a beer. Like to me, it's especially dark beers like this, porters, stouts. They're room temperature. I don't give a rip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I want to do anyway.
You start to learn that over the years, right? Like you put it in the refrigerator, and then the whole time you're just waiting it to get the room temperature.
Yeah, you're like, why not just
drinking it at room temperature?
Yeah, So yeah, you still want it a little chilled, but not. It doesn't have to be super cold. I think is kind of the point with these beers. This is fantastic. It really is. It's so smooth.
Yeah.
And for hop heads, it actually has that little bitterness in there that you're going to want. So for hop heads, it has that little bite in there still. So it's got a little sweetness, and then it finishes with that nice little hop finish. It's really pleasant and nice. And man, I wish I had. What's jacking me up is what you can't see. What's happening in the air around me is I've got chicken in a slow cooker. So what's with tons of garlic and lots of herbs, and so that's happening in the air here, man. So there's there's another one of our. Huh? What was that, Ruth?
I said, "There's your pairing right there."
Yeah, so that's I'm trying to ignore that as I'm talking here because in the air around me that we can't see because our eyes are not capable of it. There's chicken smell happening. You know what I'm saying? Like it's incredible. Plus, I just made like a dozen hamburger patties in here as well. So there's just and then I actually happened to brew a pot of coffee because I had coffee before the show as well. So there's just this myriad of smells happening in here. So it's I'm just like, if I could just get to that food that I have over there, I could pair it with a lot of stuff right now. Yeah.
Your mom just checked in, Joe.
Huh? Oh, yeah, there she is. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, coffee ice cream. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's my mom.
Have you ever tried coffee Oreo? Coffee Oreo ice cream? So good.
No.
You like cookies and cream?
You know what?
I do.
Mom, you're blowing my mind. Why haven't they had, out of all the flavors I've sampled of Oreos, I don't think they've had a coffee one.
I think they had a cappuccino,
A cappuccino, but not a coffee.
not coffee.
Forget who makes it. It might be Breyers. Breyers might make it. But I'm not
Kemp's just came out with a salted caramel, and it's good.
Yeah, my mom was, and still is, a huge coffee ice cream fan. So every once in a while I have
Like the Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Haagen-Dazs
the
coffee.
Haagen-Dazs too. Yeah, now that I think about it, I think Haagen-Dazs was her favorite coffee ice cream. But yeah, this beer is, it's really good. There's hardly been. Earth, can you think of a Victory at Sea that you don't like the version?
Haven't had one I didn't like. Not yet.
Earth, for those that don't know, he's our authority on the variants of this beer.
Yes.
He's our Ballast Point Victory at Sea authority.
How many variants are there?
At least a dozen.
Yeah.
They probably have like 25 or 30 different variants of it.
Yeah.
That's what I was asking earlier. It's like, how many versions do they have? Because
They do 20 every year. They have a Victory at Sea Day, and they do 20 for that.
Oh, they have them all on tap?
Yeah, they have them all there on tap.
So let's get into this, because and we'll just finish this recorded here. We'll just do this all recorded. I don't think anybody's going to say anything. Oh, we have Cregan in here. He said, "Damn, there's chugging like there's no tomorrow." Yeah, I when I'm loving a beer, man, I just boom. I got to get a good sample. I'm not one of those cats that can just like.
Hey, Joe, your mom's in the chat. Yes, coffee ice cream.
Yeah,
Love
yes.
Mom.
Right. Rod J says he has a quad as well that he probably paid 2 cents for. Who knows?
Yeah, I think he
Our
was talking about the
wheeler and
barista.
dealer and beer.
As a matter of fact, Rod probably found that quad on special where the point was. As a matter of fact, there was probably a coupon.
Yeah.
He had to pay $2. He presented the coupon, and they paid him $20 for the beer.
For the beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
The double coupon.
Gotta love them kickbacks.
Yeah, some kind of double coupon where they paid him money for the beer. Here, we give you a 20 to take this beer. Yeah. Yeah, he probably that's the kind of deals that Rod gets.
Maybe we all gotta start checking Google for beer coupons.
Yeah, we all got to fly to Kentucky to get beers. What's happening?
Yeah, I think that's the problem.
That's what's going on there.
We're gonna have to.
I think he's the only one getting the deals, though. He's
is,
got his hustle game on.
He is, man. He's in the perfect place, and that's why I love to hate on him, because the guys lives in the perfect place where they have the ability to get some fantastic beer, and they don't sell it all, so they have to do something. So they mark it down, and boom.
He commented $9.99.
$9.99. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic. It is fantastic. But I have a question. Now here we go. Now we're gonna start getting into the question parts of the show here. So I have a question. Now who here likes pickles?
I do.
So we got a lot of fans of pickles here. Now
Pickles are good.
what's the popular style of pickles that's liked here? I would imagine it's dill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I do have sweet pickle relish, but dill pickles generally are pretty good. Yeah.
So if we're having relish, is it sweet or dill?
I'm more of a sweet pickle guy. I'd go with sweet relish.
More dill than sweet if I had to pick one or the other.
For relish, sweet.
Yeah.
For relish, is it sweet?
I'll go sweet on the relish.
Yeah.
I feel like I can eat more of the dill than the sweet. I feel like the sweet gets older quicker, if that makes sense. It's just my opinion.
Look at this guy. Rod says $2 4-pack of Antwerpen going down well. Look at
Oh
this.
yeah, that's old news. He mentioned that before. He was
Yeah.
getting, 4-packs for $2.
That's not right.
And then Craig has in there Chris Peters dose. Now, I am a bread and butter guy. I love bread and butter pickles. That's my favorite pickle. I think it's the right amount of tanginess. And,
That's what I like about them.
yeah.
I also like spicy ones too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, spicy pickles, spicy dills are a good pickle as well.
Yep.
I am a fan of like spicy dill. Now, are you guys a fan of? And you guys have seen me have it here. Like I had a dill pickle soda. Does anybody happen? Hey, bless you. Anybody remember that?
It's been a while.
It was
I remember it because I mailed it to you.
He did, yeah. A dill pickle soda. I was quite surprised by it. I was really surprised. I didn't know what to expect. Cracked it open here. I thought it was on Share Beer. Cracked it open here, and it was interesting that you still got dill pickle, but sweetened, and how pleasant the flavor really was. And I mentioned that to say that now Sonic is the fast food place that a lot of us know here in America, the Sonic drive-thru. They have a dill pickle slushy. Has anybody had the dill pickle slushy from Sonic?
I haven't.
That's a negative.
I've never even been to Sonic, and I got one that's about 4 miles away from me.
Now,
when they first opened, the traffic into that place was a shit show.
Oh my goodness.
yeah, now there's also a dill pickle. I mean, not a dill pickle, a Sonic fanatic in the show right now. It happens to be that lady that's in the chat over there. That lady is religious about her Sonic happy hours and all that sort of thing. Yeah. My poor nephew, who's also probably watching the show right now, is CJ Mind Your Grandma. And she even has him, what do you call that? Brainwashed into the Sonic, poor
Sonic
child.
culture.
Yeah, the poor child. Yeah, he thinks around Sonic as well. He knows the Sonic menu. He knows, But they do have a dill pickle slushy. I have not had it yet. I have a Sonic that's not too far from me as well. I have not gotten around to having it yet. But I've heard some pretty good reviews about that dill pickle slushy as well.
I wonder if it's like a lemonade type of thing with just pickle flavor. And
All I can relate it to is the soda that I had, because that's literally my only dill pickle reference. And it was weird to get dill pickle, like the juice from the dill pickles the big dill pickle bottle that you get, and it tasted like you were drinking that sweetened. And how pleasant it was. It was actually really good. I was surprised. She says, yeah. Yes, my mom says, yes, happy hour. Your nephew doesn't like dill pickles. He doesn't like pickles. But I was actually surprised at how good that dill pickle soda really was. It was really, I'd buy it. I mean, it was good. So I'm very interested. I've seen the reviews on some of the fast food reviewers that have had the dill pickle slushy from Sonic, and they go through similar things that I did when I had the dill pickle soda. So I'm interested to try that. Now, in some people's areas, I don't think KFC released it in all areas, But right now, KFC has also jumped on the dill pickle bandwagon. And dill pickle is going to be a thing for a lot of us that we see in our areas with food. KFC has made a dill pickle chicken. You can get dill pickle fried chicken.
Wow.
There's
I would
reviews
buy
on the
I'd buy
KFC fried chicken right now on YouTube.
I'd buy that.
What is it? Marinated in dill pickle or?
From what I understand, now I don't know. Let's look it up because I haven't even looked it up. But from what I understand, it's they add the same dill that you would to make dill pickles to the batter.
Okay.
So the dill pickle, from what I understand, now let's look it up.
Basically, it's in the spice packet that they dump into the flour.
Right? Yeah, something exactly. See, that's the producer talking. At KFC, let's see, dill pickle chicken. Yep, there we go. Yeah, let's look this up together. Here, let me show you this. Let me share the screen, and we'll look this up together. So, yeah, you can see
I'd buy
dill
it.
pickle
Yeah.
fried chicken. Yeah, so you've got, here's the sandwich. Here we go. There it is. The pickle fried chicken. Pickle fried chicken. You eat. You read that right? Yep. Pickle fried chicken is crunchy fried chicken covered in a delicious dill pickle sauce. Oh, okay. But something as rare as and beautiful as pickle fried chicken won't last forever. Each store only has a very limited amount. Get it before you find yourself in the pickle of pickle fried chicken being gone forever. Try it on a crispy kernel sandwich, Chicken Little, or in a pickle fried chicken basket today with your choice of extra crispy chicken or extra crispy tenders, mashed potatoes, and a biscuit. So, would you try it?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Popeyes is taking over all the KFCs up here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm curious if it's just like a pickle rub, or if it's just like a brine mixed with mayonnaise. You know what I mean? Like something like, I don't know, something mixed with mayonnaise. I mean, obviously it's a mayonnaise base.
Yeah. I'm definitely interested in it. There's eater.com. I watch a lot of eater stuff on YouTube. It's a dill flavored
Chick-fil-A knockoff. Oh.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Chick-fil-A does do the chicken sandwich really well.
Oh, Jesus. Somebody spent
$200? Somebody spent $200 on chicken?
Yeah.
No, that's a tip. That's a tip.
Yeah, this is obvious. This is in Asia, so
Okay.
the currency is different.
Oh, 200,000, yeah. Okay.
200,000. So it's 200,000 yen or whatever they use over there for money.
Yeah.
Rupees or something.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Whatever they use for money over there.
Thing they use for
a barrel of it to make $1.
Yen, maybe.
So it's apparently in your area.
Okay.
This is from the Today Show. It's coming out with pickle fried chicken, and we tried it. We thought we'd hit peak pickle when pickle juice soda came out, and I've had that. Then when Sonic came out with a pickle slush, but no, there's yet another pickle product for our palates. KFC is coming out with pickle fried chicken. And honestly, once the Today Show staff tried it, we weren't mad about it. I mean, it sounds like something I'd be really interested in. The first thing to know about the new menu item is that it is a tangy twist on the change extra crispy chicken. This time, the seasoned and breaded fried chicken is topped with a couple of pickle slices and smothered in a pickle sauce. And we mean really what is that? Drenched. Okay. The sauce which is thankfully thicker than just pickle juice, is made with dill, vinegar, onion, garlic, buttermilk, and white and black pepper. It is potent, but not overwhelmingly so. Starting June 25th, for a limited time, you can get the sour sauce drizzled all over your extra crispy chicken, extra crispy tenders, and crispy kernel sandwich or chicken littles. Wow, that was a lot to say, trust me. A point that should
So
be...
they don't have it with a traditional recipe then?
Yeah, so apparently it's a sauce, basically, that is put over their standard chicken. Their standard extra crispy chicken.
The extra crispy. So they don't have it with the original recipe.
Yeah, with the original recipe, yeah. It would probably... The sauce itself would probably make the original crispy too soggy.
Mm.
Yeah, it would probably make it too soggy. So interesting, man. I'm definitely wanting to try it. Sounds like something I'd be interested in.
I'll take a look at that here this next week. That sounds good, actually.
Yeah, it does, and and Mark's in fried chicken country, for Christ's sake. So, and I did when I was there. I had fried chicken. All the stuff we had, I made sure that I had fried chicken. It wasn't exactly... It was Korean fried chicken. But it was fried chicken in Atlanta. Boom. I did have fried chicken in Atlanta. Korean fried chicken, but it was fried chicken.
You sure it was chicken?
Fried chicken, y'all? Yeah.
Not sure it was chicken. It could have been Little Alfie. The Chihuahua down the street. I have no idea. All I know is that on the menu it said Korean fried chicken. And it tastes like chicken.
And you ate it and you said, tastes like chicken.
It tastes like chicken. That's all I know.
Was there a vet clinic next door?
Actually, not next door, but next door to the next door.
That's close enough. It's suspect.
Yes.
In other words, were there any missing cat signs?
Yeah,
Missing cat or dog signs in the neighborhood.
I'm not sure. Cannot be held responsible for that part. All I know was delicious.
There was a place in Boston that got shut down for that. There was
And
Are you serious?
And they were cooking cats.
Oh.
Are you serious, Tom?
Cooking fluffy.
All I know is if Crusher tastes good, that's all I care about.
He's highly offended.
Yeah.
I saw a video on.
All I know is you got to cook AJ or Crusher quick because it.
Yeah, just cook it.
It's like fish. You got to turn it quick.
You know what? On behalf of all feline Americans, they're offended.
Yeah. Well, you can see they're not in the background anymore. They disappeared. Dude,
Screw Joe. We're not
Poor cats.
exactly. And we actually came up to him and sniffed him when he was here. Like this is ridiculous. We're erasing his scent from our memory.
That's right.
Totally offensive.
I saw a video on Facebook the other day that just blew my mind. A hawk literally captured a cat in its claws and was sitting on the fence of someone's yard, and it was killing the cat. And it literally took off with the cat and ate it for lunch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
That's what hawks do, man.
Yeah, it's like, and this guy was shooting a video, and the commentary would just blow your mind.
I have seen so many hawks kill cats. It is so cool. I mean, I'm sorry for the cat and for cat lovers, but it is an incredible sight to see.
Mm-hmm.
Hawks fly. They're these incredible animals, man, and they just like wham and gone. Like it is incredible. I remember that from my days of watching them. There was a lot of hawks in the mountains of Albuquerque there. And I used to watch them all the time when I worked in the mountains. It was incredible to watch them just like hover, and you could watch them like nailing down what they're hunting, and then boom, and you're done, son. Like they're these incredible birds. I mean, it is just
it's Mother Nature in action.
That's nature, man. What I respect about watching that whole process happen is that that's how they eat, man. That's it. Like that's the process.
Yeah.
And people that lived in the mountains, and I knew a lot of them, are always looking for cats because the cats kill the rats and the mice that are in the mountains, and then the hawks kill the cats, and so they're always looking for new cats. You know,
we don't let our cats outside because between the hawks and the coyotes, I mean, they wouldn't stand a chance.
Eagles also make cats lunch too, by the way.
Oh yeah, falcon.
Oh yeah,
eagles.
A cat like a delicacy. Yeah.
Yep.
That's stuff for eagles.
Indoor. Just tender, just easy, relaxed life. I mean, just like it's like Kobe beef.
Yeah, that's Kobe beef. That's veal. Yeah. That's veal for eagles, man. Eagles are like, oh, dude. As a matter of fact, you see that. What do they have? Like 4, 5 fingers there?
Four claws.
Yeah, and there's that last one is out the whole time. I mean, that's this is awesome.
Fancy. Call them talons.
Yep, talons, and when baby eagles are born, those talons are full size already.
Oh yeah.
But in any case, I wanted to ask, as we're going out here, does anybody meal prep?
I want to. I've always maybe I thought of doing it, but I never have. I should do it.
Now, I think that's another question too. Like, if you don't meal prep, is it something you've thought about for a long time, or something that you feel like, man, I really should be meal prep?
Yeah, because it saves so much money. It really does. You can cook a turkey or cook a chicken, get yourself some green beans, mashed potatoes, and make a meal for the week. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Instead of spending $10, $15 a day eating.
Yeah. We do that on the weekends. We tend to cook something on Saturday or Sunday that'll give us a few meals over the week. But once you get into the week, it's tough.
You got to take out I know people that do it. You got to take out 2 hours of a day on Sunday or something like that, and just make it for the whole.
Yeah, it seems to be like myself right now. I've got probably 10 or 12 chicken breasts in a slow cooker right now. And when I finish the show, I'll be preparing those. And then some of them I'll freeze. And then probably come Wednesday or Thursday, I'll defrost some of them. And then that'll be my meal for the rest of the week, sort of thing. But it's tough for a guy like me to meal prep. I'll tell you why, because I drive. So I can't count on being around a microwave, or I don't have a refrigerator to take a container to work, put it in a refrigerator, and then take it out and put it in a microwave. I don't have that luxury. So it's very, 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 very tough. Meal prep. I can meal prep and I work long hours, so I can meal prep for that one meal when I get home, and I literally have, I'm not even kidding, I probably have 40 to 45 minutes to eat and do whatever else I got to do before I go to bed. So that's my meal prep, is for that one meal, so I can just take that container and put it in the fridge. My sister meal preps, and she's very good at it, very disciplined at it. And for people that work in a place where they take a regular lunch for, I don't know, a half hour or an hour, however your lunch is, and they can put stuff in the refrigerator, take it out and put it in a microwave and sit down and eat, that's fantastic. I don't have that luxury, so it makes it even tougher. Meal prepping like some people do, on whether it be for losing weight or just sheer trying to save money, or for me it's more of a time saver and a weight loss thing. I'd eat better and healthier if I did meal prep, but it's really, 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 really tough.
You got to be disciplined. It's hard to do it like consistently.
Tom, what are the sorts of things you've said you don't meal prep? What would you do?
What would I make?
Yeah, what's the sort of you've probably thought about it. What's the sort of thing you would do you think?
I mean, chicken breast is always a really good. That's always a really good meal prep. Like I said, like some mashed potatoes, maybe corn, maybe green beans, maybe black beans. What I've been told is like the best thing ever. Like you can get bland over a while. I've been told by people that do it, sauces can be your best friend. Maybe like different kinds of sauces because they're low in calories. Maybe hot sauce, different kinds of barbecue sauce. All those, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like a tablespoon of barbecue sauce is probably running you 20 calories. That's really not that bad, 20, 30 calories, and it changes the flavor of everything.
If you're into the calorie counting, then staying away from the mayonnaise-based sauces is gonna do you a lot of favors, right?
But even mayonnaise, how much is a serving of mayonnaise is 2 tablespoons, and that's what, like 75 calories?
Yeah, I was gonna say 60 or 70. Yeah.
Really not that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, ranch dressing, that sort of thing.
My mom and I have been on this, could say this gardens. It's a kind of a pasta salad, chicken salad thing with some green onions and bell peppers in it. And what I put in that is probably about a cup worth of salad dressing, Miracle Whip. We don't use mayonnaise, and also put in some Italian dressing into that, and that's really good.
And you can do anything you want, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you can definitely do anything you want. It's just a matter of if you meal prep or not. On what level you do or don't. Like I say, some people it's a time saving thing. Once your week starts, for some people, and so you don't have time to necessarily prepare a meal. So for some people, it's a time saving thing. Like I can have a sit down meal, and for some people, it's a calorie counting thing, where I need to. I'm on a strict diet and I'm trying to gain weight, gain muscle, or whatever the case may be. So I eat this many grams of this and I eat this many grams of that. And they're really, meal prep is different things for everybody, but it's a matter of what you do with your meal prep. For some people, it's a money saver. Otherwise, I'd stop and grab something. I'd grab a pickle sandwich at KFC on my way home. So it's
Red sauce is always good. If you can make yourself a nice big batch of red sauce, and then use some of that, and then freeze the rest. That works on just about everything. That works on vegetables or chicken or anything. And that's low calorie too. So if you're into counting calories, red sauce is pretty low.
Are you talking about like red chili?
No, just like a tomato sauce, like a red sauce, like a marinara.
Oh, like a marinara, okay.
Something like that. Yeah, you put in potatoes and.
Now some people are super, super strict on their acidity.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the models I shoot, for instance, I have to be very. I try to have when I have my photo shoots. I try to have snacks and that sort of thing. I've been very conscious of having things that are acidic, you know, for snacks. Anything that's a tomato base or anything that has too much of that sort of thing because they just won't eat it. They're like, oh no, you know.
Is it stomach or is it supposed to do something else? I don't.
Man, I don't know. I don't get into it too much. All I know is I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? I just try not. I try to have more things that are bananas or strawberries seem to be popular with a lot of the girls that are staying in that kind of like super low fat shape. Not a lot of tomatoes sort of thing, or
You're getting a big bucket of pickled chicken and then putting that.
Yeah.
In no.
Yeah, not a lot of and for some of it depends because it's crazy because some of them are incredibly fit and they're so fit and their workouts are so tight that they don't care what they eat. You know what I'm saying? So it's really
Yeah. I'll take Five Guys burger. That's exactly what I need. Burger and fries from Five Guys.
Yeah, it's kind of comical in a way, you know, because some of the girls I shoot, some people's reaction to some of my photography when they see it in person, because I have big prints here in my house, and so some of the reactions when they see these prints are like, wow, it's interesting to me to see the reactions to the art. Because some people are like, wow, like that girl's really thin, you know? And I'm like, yeah, if you could only see the burger she ate literally an hour before we shot this, you'd be surprised. Like, the girl's an animal. You know what I'm saying? And yet she's like this thick. You know what I'm saying? Like it is incredible. It's amazing sometimes. But it's just one of those things that I'm kind of interested in. I'm a person that wish I could meal prep more, but I'm not. I don't feel at least like I'm able to. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like maybe there's something I'm missing because I kind of travel all day. I'm home every day, but I don't necessarily have the luxury of a microwave or a refrigerator. And it is, even right now as we're taping the show, it's 104 outside. So I'm out in that weather.
Yeah.
So
that makes it because you don't want to get food poisoning by taking your dinner. Your lunch.
Yeah. So typically I'm packing sandwiches, right? I mean that's the way that works. I'm packing sandwiches. So I try to pack lean meat type sandwiches, ham, chicken, and turkey. Is a typical thing for me. Sometimes roast beef.
Peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly.
When I do pack peanut butter and jelly. When I do, I'll pack 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah.
Instead of just
whenever you do stops, though, does any of the places have microwaves?
Oh yeah. But see, I'm not even guaranteed having a stop near a gas station that has a microwave.
Oh.
Yeah.
So some of my stops are literally at the place I'm delivering or picking up at, or literally just on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I take my lunch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, quite frankly. So I don't always have that.
I mean, stuff that really doesn't need refrigeration. I mean, basic stuff like nuts and like peanut butter and jelly, or lean meat that don't have fats to get rancid if they warm up a little bit. You don't want to put mayonnaise on your sandwich.
Right, yeah. So I've learned to use a lot of mustards or a lot of vinegar-based sauces that don't need refrigeration. And I've learned that over time. Something we talked about in the pre-show is our digestive system, and so it's been a hard lesson. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot of things, and then it's a personal, very very personal thing. Like there's certain things that we can meal prep, and it's okay to travel even to work with when you do have a refrigerator, right?
Yeah.
Some of our workplace refrigerators aren't kept at a proper temperature and all these sorts of things. Some idiots don't shut the refrigerator all the way, and all these sorts of things happen. You know.
Joe, I didn't know you worked where I work.
I think that's universal, Bum.
I think so.
That's one of those universal things, man.
Or else you open the refrigerator at your workplace and it looks like there's 200 people at work in the company, and all this crap that's on all the shelves, you only got a handful of people at work there. And you're going to go through and clear out the refrigerator, and so someone's like, what happened to my lunch? And there's something in the back growing mold on it.
Yeah, and it's changed colors a few times.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and they said, "Who threw out my lunch?"
Yeah, this thing
I actually did that once.
It was being cellared.
This thing in the back of the fridge that is like something that Sherman-Williams kind of mutated into every single color that they sell.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey,
you're like,
your lunch is furry. Can I throw it out?
Your lunch has now turned into something that PETA protests, right? Like it now has fur on it, and PETA protests.
And it has grown legs. It is running around the refrigerator. I need
PETA has officially showed up and thrown blood on it. So, like, we need to get rid of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It has fur on it, and they've thrown blood on it. So now we have to get rid of it, right? Yeah, workplace refrigerators are this interesting thing because you wonder, like, where did this even come from? I never saw anybody walk in with that.
Yeah,
where did that come from? And nobody, you literally work with 5 people. You work with 5 people. And you interview all 5 people. You're like, did you show up with that? No. Did you show up with that? No. Did you show up with that? No. Nobody showed up with it. Nobody ever put that in there ever. And every time you post a sign on the company fridge and you say, we're going to clean this fridge out at the end of the week, boom, 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 have this out, right? And so the fridge is clean, right? You come in Monday, fridge is clean. Boom. It's spotless. It's boom. And you're like, oh, this is awesome, right? The fridge is clean. This is awesome. You put your bag in there. You're like, oh, this is great, right? And it's like that for another month, right? And then at the end of that month, you're like, okay, who brought that? You know, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying?
There's an invisible man that works at the company and brought
this. There's only 5 of us that work here.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, I see mold on something. That's getting thrown out. I don't care who's
Don't care whose it is or what it is.
What happens at my fridge that I have here in my house never ends up as nasty as that fridge. That the fridge at work. We have 2 fridges at work, and there seems to be a main fridge that everybody likes. I don't put my stuff in the fridge, but there seems to be a main fridge that everybody likes, and then the other fridge, right? And nobody ever knows what the hell, like, who in the hell brings the stuff that shows up in the main fridge. Like, nobody knows, you know. And every month there's a sign posted on there. We're cleaning it out. I don't know. Let's call it December 30th, right? We're January 30th. We're cleaning it out January 30th, right? And so everybody's happy. The fridge is clean when they show up. I don't know, July 1st, right? And by July 30th, there's like stuff in there and stuff growing in there that you're like, it's only been a month.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you people doing? And so I don't ever put anything in there because I quite frankly, I don't know if I'll be back to eat it. You know what I'm saying? But it's amazing to me to watch what happens in company fridges. I happen to be in a position where I deliver to a lot of companies and I pick up at a lot of companies, and you know, a lot of times I for whatever reason, I don't even know what the reasons are, but for a lot of reasons, I happen to end up in a lot of companies' break rooms. And so everybody has the same issues. Everybody. I can be in a police department, a fire department. Everybody has the same issue with the fridge.
Every company fridge is a science experiment.
It's this weird.
Might as well ferment your beer, ferment your lager in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's this crazy thing that happens. It's weird, but I do happen to see. I've watched a lot of meal prep videos on YouTube, and so I've seen a lot of the meal prepping sort of things on YouTube that companies have made to make it easier. Like they'll sell containers, lunch pails that are all based on meal prepping. So you can meal prep for a week, which is popular. A lot of people meal prep for 3 days to 5 days, seems to be the typical period. And they have these lunch boxes based on meal prep. So, you have your 2-item containers and your 3-item containers, which is the popular things, right? And they're all shaped a particular way, and you have the lunch boxes that are shaped a particular way to fit these different size containers in them. I have a guy at work when I do happen to be actually at the terminal to take lunch, and he unpacks his lunch, and it's like, dear God, there's a smorgasbord in front of him. Like there's all these, like, he probably unpacks 7 or 8 different little containers for his meal, And I'm like, wow, that's incredible. He's got like, I don't know, a solid little container. They're all small containers. They're not like, it's not like but just the way it looks, it unpacks out of his lunch container. You know what I'm saying? It's like, boom, 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 and I gotta warm this up. And I'm like, wow, that's like, you know what I'm saying? And he's this skinny guy, and I'm like, wow, that's like incredible, man. And I'm sitting there with my little sandwich, and I'm like, what's going on here, right?
You need to be a prep, bro. That's what's going on. You need prep.
Yeah, that's what got me thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I'm doing something wrong here. Earth put in the chat, we got PETA equals people eating tasty
animals.
Hey, Joe, I looked it up. They have crock pot lunch warmers. They have lunch warmers.
Crock pot lunch warmers?
They sell it at Best Buy. I was just curious. They have Walmart ones that you can just put it in your charger on your truck.
Oh. There you go.
Let's see. Now there's some guys that have does it look like a lunchbox sort of thing?
Yeah, there's one it looks like a lunchbox, and then the other one handle. Yeah. They have a lot of them.
Yeah, there is these devices out there. I've seen them.
A friend of mine has one of those.
Yeah, we have a few guys, and there's a few guys at my job as well that have. And it looks like they're literally looks like they're moving in to their tractor and moving out of their tractor every day. Because they like unpack, and I'm like, you're crazy. What are you doing? And they move out and then they move back in every morning. Every night they move out of their tractor and then they move into their tractor. It's crazy. Like, what are you guys doing? I have one bag that I carry. I'm a minimalist that way. I don't like to carry a lot of stuff. I don't like to. I gotta recycle some beer. I'll be back.
Recycle some beer.
Another beer from Jody's visit. We bought this.
Coffee and milk. What is that? Is that a
coffee and milk pinstripe? Who is the brewery on this?
That looks good.
Oh, Blue Pants Brewery out of Gadsden, Alabama, Madison, Alabama. So this was Alabama brewery. Who just well, it was like 3 years ago. They finally passed a law that allowed beer to be more than 5%, which was kind of sad. They were the final state in the union to pass a law that allowed beer to be over 5%. So since then, yeah, that was basically it. Yeah, Budweiser and Bud Light.
Yep. You know what their stores carry.
Yeah.
Okay, I just poured a Modelo and a Sam 76.
Okay.
But that went through the process. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just buy it. Oh, yeah. So what do you think of that beer, Mark?
That's very good. This is the 4-pack you bought at the store. And have you had yours yet?
Oh, yeah. No, I had. I think it was just last week.
You had one here, and then you had another one last week, I think. Yeah.
Slacking on the Untapped check-in, huh?
Yeah, I am. I'm way behind.
Sadiq would go nuts with you. Where's the pictures?
I know. No, I've taken the pictures. I just haven't posted the pictures yet. Yeah.
It's a good beer. I was gonna almost get an IPA, but I was like, no, I just finished that chocolate quad. I think I should have something similar.
And the boss, what did the boss think of the chocolate quad?
2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Very good stuff.
Phenomenal brew. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal brew. There's let me catch up on the Rod J says we just had Urban Artifact launch a line of pickle themed sour beers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm gonna have to look that up.
And also, your mom says your nephew does not like pickles.
Yeah, he doesn't like pickles. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Let's see.
Hey Joe, what was the temp out there today?
It was 104 today, which is pretty cool.
We had a strong 94 over here.
Yeah, it's
over here.
Like we were talking about. He's right. Yeah, because it popped up here as soon as we type it in here. Artifact pickle goose. It's and Earth knows this as well. He lives in the exact same climate. Let's look this up really quick. And it's called Pickle Urban Artifact Sour Gose, right?
Gose.
Gose. We've got a 4.3% ABV, 11 IBUs, a 3.39. Pickle. 100 pounds of fresh cucumber and 2 pounds of fresh dill weed.
1,000
pickles.
Got weed in it, yeah.
So interesting brew. This is an interesting. I'm very intrigued by this beer actually.
Mm-hmm.
No friends have logged it yet, but that is an interesting brew.
That would be a fantastic summer beer, I think.
Yeah, I bet you it would be.
Drinking at 104 degrees.
So they actually went from the cucumber part of it. So I don't know. What do you imagine, Mark or Earth? Like, is it? They almost pickled it as they're brewing it, sort of thing.
That's what it sounds like. I mean, cucumber.
Well, it's a perfect style for it with the salinity.
Style, yeah. So by adding the pickling spices, probably just gives a little different flavor.
And then you have this other one here. What is this? A kimchi pickle goose?
Wow.
Ooh, kimchi. Ooh.
No longer being produced. Wow. Okay, this intrigues me. Yeah,
that's what we need to have when we go to that restaurant in Boston there, Tom, that got shut down.
Yeah, man.
And cheese.
Yeah, the team at Fab Ferments brought over the flavors and ideas that they used when they created their spicy kimchi and dill pickles, which the Urban Artifact team then took and combined with their pickle goose for what they are calling an intense flavored, delicious infusion of local cultures and flavors. Bro, okay, wait a minute. So they basically took spicy pickle and then put them in their regular pickle goose, which we talked about earlier. That's incredible. So you get this cucumber. I'm picturing this cucumber dillweed flavored goose.
Goza.
A
Oh, we got
spicy,
malt liquor. We just got malt liquor by Jay Vega. So,
yeah, Jay Vigo, man. That's
Oh, no kidding.
yeah, malt liquor.
Wow. Rare. He's been on the down low lately. He's only made like 8 videos this year.
Yeah. So you
Wow.
can the show for sure, beer. So you're,
That's
sounds
messing with Rob.
That sounds interesting, man. It really does to me. That because those goses, man, I'm just saying it. That's how I'm saying it. Screw it. But they can be such a mellow style, a session style, and with that cucumber, man, that could be so you get this cucumber dillweed sort of flavor with a spicy note to it, man. Oh God, I bet you that was heaven.
Yeah.
There was no ratings on that, only 11 postings on it at all. And I don't know. Let me see if anybody had. Yeah, we had Emily. Hey, how you doing? We got to check on Emily. How you doing?
If any of you had the green zebra this year,
No, I have never heard of it.
Green zebra.
you're fantastic. Like hot, like a warm, like how can I say this? A hot day beer from Founders.
Yep, the watermelon.
Oh, isn't it good? It's definitely it's refreshing.
Good hot weather beer.
Check this out. Look at now. She says, "I love this. Want to drink this with a savory brunch." And then this sounds fantastic. As good as it sounds, maybe better. Marco says, "This will get rid of the IPA aftertaste. I can't believe how good these pickle gooses are." Very picky with a hint of spiciness. Not fond of mixing pickles with beer. I would be interested in something like that, man. That is intriguing.
That guy loved it.
Yeah.
You're messing with Rod's OCD, Joe. With the you call him Goza, the style. You're racking his brain.
Yeah.
You can't get past it, huh? It's one of those things he just can't do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good style when it's warm because it's it's got some salinity to it and it's a little tart.
Yeah.
And you can just crush them right down when it's warm. So it's,
That's a good point.
if you don't mind a little sour tartness, and they go down pretty quick.
Yeah, that style is just perfect.
Especially in Arizona, man. That must go down real nice.
The salt in there is just
It's Earth knows what it's all about because right now we're trying to get my watch over. Yeah, it's 104 here. I'm sure it cooled off where he's at as well. It sounds crazy to sound like 104 is cooling off, but it is. It's been.
It is. Yeah.
It's been 112, 113.
It's 82 up here now. I just checked my phone.
82 sounds heavenly to me. I mean, that just sounds like paradise. It's been 113, 112. I'm out there in it, and like I said, that there's nothing blocking the sun out here, so you get all day. I'll just talk about the weather a little bit. All day, if you're out in it, even if you're in your vehicle, it's just pounding on you. That you get this constant sting on your skin from the sun. It's this constant sting. Even underneath your clothes, you can feel the sting of the heat from the sun. And so when it lowers down to even 104, 105, you're just so relieved. If you're in direct sun, you'll still feel that sting on your skin, but it's not nearly as severe. It's crazy.
How much water do you drink a day? Do you carry water with you?
Oh, brother, let me tell you, that's a whole nother thing. Like, we get into these humidity versus non-humidity debates, or debates. It is so dangerous to be out here because it is so dry. You don't feel yourself sweat a lot of times, and even when you do sweat, it evaporates so quickly that you just aren't aware. So, this may be TMI for some folks, but living out here, you're constantly watching your pee. It's something you watch a lot. I can drink literally 64 ounces and 64 ounces of fluid and water, and maybe pee twice a day. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. They literally tell you drink every 15 minutes. Once it hits 110, they tell you drink every 15 minutes because heat stroke. This ain't like a heat. What do they call it? A heat
exhaustion.
Exhaustion. Yeah, this ain't a heat exhaustion place. This is a heat stroke place. You hit heat exhaustion in humid climates where your skin feels clammy and all those sorts of things. And then if it gets really severe, then you can hit heat stroke. This is a heat stroke place.
Yeah, you got the whole exhaustion thing. You just go straight to stroke. Yeah.
So it's not uncommon in a man's restroom. I don't know about women's restroom, but in a man's restroom, it's not uncommon. Now it's not everywhere, but it's not uncommon to see a pee chart above the urinal to let you know, hey, if your color's this, drink. If your color's this, drink even more. If your color's this,
if it's darker than lemonade, you got to drink more water. I mean, I think it's basically it. Yeah.
If it's got color in it,
you just almost can't drink enough. It's really
Morty, this is my water jug when I'm here at home and when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And then I fill it up with ice too.
Yeah. It's one of those things. We were just having that conversation when I was leaving work on Thursday about we were talking to the main boss about, hey man, can you get an ice machine in here? A lot of workplaces here have ice machines. A lot of workplaces here have water machines, or some sort of filtered water machine. I carry a big jug with me, and it's so common that the places that I deliver to and so forth, unless it happens to be like a fireworks tent. But if it's in a business, even a small business, it's not uncommon for them to have some sort of water machine. And by that, I mean a little device that filters water and so forth. And it's just so, hey, can I fill my bottle? Oh, yeah, man. Have at it. It's right over there. You know what I'm saying? It's so common. Or if they don't, they'll have bottled water. Yeah, would you like a couple bottles of water, man, or something? Because you'll die, man.
Yeah. There's nothing to mess around with. Yeah.
You'll just die. It's not
start cramping up. Yeah.
It's no BS. It is something not. It's that serious. It's that serious here. It's not.
Over a job.
We can debate whether it feels better to be in humidity or not, but that humidity is protecting you. A lot more than when it's just dry.
Yeah, because here, when it's hot, and it is hot, I mean, you just sweat. So you know, I mean, everything's just soaked. And you're like, oh, okay, I guess I should drink some water.
There you go. Right. Yeah. No, it really, honestly, because you have that, like, soaking shirt, and you're like, okay, I've been sweating and I'm pouring sweat and I need to drink. But when you're dry, you don't necessarily, and by the time you feel it, it's really too late. Like by the time you feel it, so you just it's different. So when you hear someone like myself or Earth say that it's 103 and it's nice and cool, and trust me, I know how crazy that sounds, but it is, man. You feel the difference. The difference between 110 and 104 is incredible.
So was it today, or for you? Did you make 110 today?
Did you hear him, Earth? He's asking you if you hit 110 today.
Yeah.
No, today, like Joe said, was actually a cool day for the week. We're only like 106, 107.
Okay. All right.
It's a cool day.
We hit 116 yesterday.
Yes. I saw that. On Instagram there was some postings about Denver. I think Denver was 1 degree hotter than us.
Yeah, they were hot. Yeah, they were hot in Colorado.
Yeah, that's why we're cool. And when the East Coast gets those heat storms, it cools us down for some reason.
Yeah. So it's
the jet stream is shifted. If they're that hot, then that means you cool off a little bit.
Yeah, it's usually the opposite of whatever they are.
Yeah.
It really is interesting. I mean, there's those occasional freak things that happen, where somewhere else is hotter, at least in this country. What's funny is there's a lot of Africans that live here. And so it's interesting to talk to these guys. I'm sorry, there's a humongous fly here.
Get him, Joe. Get him.
I know.
Did you get him?
I got him, but not good enough.
You just stunned him.
There's a lot of Africans, and so I love having conversations with different people, and so they say that they move here because the climate is so close to where they're from. And a lot of them are from Central Africa or South Africa, even, or Southern Africa. Maybe not South Africa, but Southern. And it's interesting to hear them talk because when you talk to some of them that are from like a more central region, the farther north, the hotter it is.
Yeah.
And we're so used to, at least this is another conversation we can have. We're so accustomed to north is cold, and for them north is hot.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Like southern
hemisphere.
Southern is cooler.
Yeah, because north for them, the north half
seasons
is closer to the equator than the south half of America.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It's these differences in our perspectives is crazy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, wow. So when you think of North Africa, that's right around the equator, man. I mean, them cats are hot. It's just, and we're so accustomed to America and the American way of thinking, period. And man, the farther north you get, the colder it is. And I was like, wow. So the farther north, in their minds, the farther north, it makes sense that it's hotter on their continent versus our continent. The farther south you get, the warmer it gets.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to consider our location versus where the equator's at, though, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason, is we're north of the equator. So.
Yeah. Right.
What's crazier than that is the directional water flow going down the drain.
Yeah.
Yep.
You flush, and the toilet goes counterclockwise when you're down there, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I think
Now,
it's
I've never
clockwise.
experienced that. I've never seen that. Never experienced that.
There is a video of it on YouTube. Someone actually proved that. I've forgotten what country they were in, but they actually had a line through town, you could say. This is north of the equator, this is south of the equator, and they actually proved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, let's see.
I think it's clockwise rotation down there. Isn't it counterclockwise here?
I don't know. I haven't stared at my tea going.
Here's someone flushing their toilet.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, look at that. Argentina. It goes the other way.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Now let's replay. This is Canada. Clockwise. Argentina. The opposite.
Huh.
See, you learn, you get an education here on Share Beer, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're all about expanding the minds, dude. You know,
Guys, I hate to tear myself away on such an intriguing topic, but I must go. Got to wake up for work in the morning.
Okay, bub.
Later.
I will see you guys.
Tom's tablet died, so that's why he's no longer here.
Tablet died, so he's out of here. Bum's out of here.
I will see you guys next week.
Take
Take it easy.
See ya.
Yeah, we're actually out of here, man. We're closing this one out. When we're talking about toilets flushing, for Christ's sake, yeah, we're done. But
before we close it up, how about mentioning that bourbon case house that collapsed?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Urban case, what are you talking about?
1792's distillery, their barrel house collapsed on one side. I actually sent it to sent you a PM on Facebook, Joe.
Yeah, it was like, how many barrels was it? Was it like, that was a lot. A lot of bourbon.
20,000 barrels affected, but I think they said 9,000, something like 9,000 broke.
Okay, all right. So they recovered a lot of the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, but supposedly all the bourbon that rushed into the local creek, it killed a lot of fish, I guess.
Well, at least they died happy.
Yeah, that's true.
I looked it up.
Yeah. So here we go.
Yeah.
Here's the story of USA Today.
Yeah, that's the link that I found on Facebook.
So
Yeah, I saw that a few days ago.
Yeah, that happened like Tuesday.
barrels spill from collapsed warehouse in Kentucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I even sent this to Zach, and Zach said it was 1792's cask house.
Yeah, the main barrel house.
Wow, look at that. About 9,000 of the roughly 20,000 barrels held in affected warehouse in Barton Distillery were involved in the collapse, and there's some video playing down there.
Yeah. That's a major loss to the bourbon industry. I mean, that's a lot.
How many years worth of bourbon is lost out of the 9,000 barrels?
It just depends. Yeah, but I mean, typically bourbon's 6 to 8 years age. So yeah.
Yeah, because what the minimum is, what, a year and a half or 3 years?
I think it's either 18 or it's either 18 or 24 months. I think for bourbon aging.
And this is part of what we've talked about here on the show. We've talked about how your darker spirits, the cost is, we talked about a couple of times now, or maybe even 3 or 4 times, about house spirits are way more profitable, and the profits are rising way above craft beer.
Yeah.
But and then we found out via Zach that sure, yeah, the lighter spirits are, but not the darker ones. And you have instances like this where this is a reason why you have to age those darker spirits. And what does that cost? And then when you have half your warehouse fall apart like that, and destroy 9,000 barrels, that's insane.
Yeah, that's a sad sight.
Yeah. No, when we were up there, we did a tour up in we were up in Kentucky 6 or 7 years ago, and we did a tour of some of the distilleries, and those barrel houses. I mean, they have those things stacked and packed. I mean, they're just barrels lined layer after layer, floor after floor. So can't, they said each barrel weighs like 300 pounds or something like that. I mean, yeah.
Now, the further in the piece here from USA Today, it says it's one, and they're talking about that building. It's one of 29 barrel aging warehouses on the distillery's 196 acres, which also features 22 other buildings, including a still house. Distillery employed 392 full-time employees in 2017. So that was just one building, and that was not 9,000 barrels.
Yeah, no,
it looks like that. Do a little rebuilding on that one.
Yeah,
yeah.
A lot of those buildings are old. I mean, they're 50, 60 years old. I mean, they're 4 or 5 stories tall, and then they're just like supersized barns, basically. I mean, that's what they look like.
Yep, that's all they are.
Yeah, and they're just 3 or 4 stories, and you're just racks and racks of barrels on each floor with very thin, barely just enough room for people to get around to move the barrel, to access the barrels. But I mean, it's all designed for just stacking as many barrels as possible in a small space. So, yeah, if one building collapses, you're going to lose a lot of barrels.
Unless if they use timber frame construction, where you're literally using trees for your posts and beams.
A lot of them are, but who knows? I mean, they could have just had the ground shift, or whatever. I mean, they're older. I mean, the old buildings are built solid.
Yep.
They're built literally, like you said, Andrew. They're built from whole trees. We shave off the bark, we put the posts in the ground, and we tie it together. But I mean, if they have erosion or something happens, then it just goes. But yeah, they have that stuff packed. I mean, it's packed with rafters with barrels, and barrels are heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy. Well, that is sad, man. And but you know what? Before we close out here, we're gonna go for the end. We're gonna end this one here. Before we go, man, hey, we'll do a dilly to the chairman, man. Hope he gets better, man.
Yeah.
Even though he gives us shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's truly all in fun, man, and we do respect our competitors and all that sort of thing. It's good fun, and I don't wish any harm to them at all. Want them to live another day and healthy, so that
another 40. Yeah, live another day, live another 40.
Exactly, so that we can go at it with each other, man. It makes it fun. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he does look and sound like he's in bad health, so that's never good. But to everybody out there, man, dilly to you, and thanks to Tom for showing up. We had Rod. Jay Vega gave us some malt liquor.
Yeah, we got malt liquor.
So that's amazing. We had my mom in there, Rod J. Cregan. Bobo was in there. He wasn't his normal self either. I'm wondering if Bobo was
a little restrained today.
He was a little off today.
Yeah, this is definitely one for for Bum to note down, like Bobo was definitely low key, man. He never
a little bit today. Yeah.
Yeah, his last comment was, "I want beer for breakfast."
Yeah, I mean
that was his last comment, and then after that, there's nothing.
Yeah,
it's just not much, man. We had Craig in there from Kent Beer Reviews, and Herb Prophet showed up. He made a.
Give us the lowdown on the edibles.
Yeah, we had all the herbal breakdown in there. So yeah, and he literally his algorithm works perfectly because
we start talking about weed, he pops up, man.
He pops up. You know, the algorithm is dialed in. So there's no arguing with that. And the minute we quit talking about weed, he was out.
Yeah.
Like
got to move on. Got other things to do.
One of these days we'll get him in here.
Yeah, one of these days he will show up live on video, and that will be shocking. Because I have invited him to have some beers. Like, hey man, let's get together and have some beers. And
where does Herb live anyway?
He's here in Phoenix. Yeah.
Oh, he's another local, just like Earth is for you.
Yeah. Well, Earth is in the general region of the country, but yeah, Earth's a few hours away from me. But an Herb Prophet is literally probably from where he lives. I would assume maybe 30-35 minutes.
He's probably your next neighbor. You just don't know it yet.
What was that?
He's probably next door. He's living next door to you.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, he's actually across the street. You know, it's just
across the street and down about 6 blocks.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's across the street. So, in any case, thank you guys, man. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube.
Is there anything going on for the 4th?
Oh yeah, huh? You know what? The 4th. We were just talking about that too, because the 4th snuck up on me, man.
That's Wednesday,
it did.
It is Wednesday.
I might actually buy something for the 4th, though. Even though I got to work the following day, but I'm not. I don't drink to get hammered out of my mind anyway.
Right? Yeah, and I'm not necessarily that type of person either. I don't know. I guess we'll we could. I don't have anything planned. That's for sure.
I'm gonna be at work until about probably, if I'm lucky, 4:30. Get home about 5 o'clock.
I can see what time I end up getting off work Tuesday, and then post if there's any interest in anybody getting together to have a show, and see how it goes. Maybe we could have a 4th of July show.
Do a pop-up show on the 4th.
Yeah, a little pop-up show maybe. So yeah, if there's
I just figured I'd throw it out there. See
I appreciate it, man. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll I didn't even think about it. I just finished binge watching Millions. That's a Showtime show that I downloaded, of course, and watched. It was okay. You know what, man? I think this was the 3rd season of Billions. I don't know if anybody watches Billions.
Showtime, or is that the only place I can get it, or can I get it anywhere else?
I believe you can download it somewhere, pay to download it.
But I can't get it on Amazon, Hulu, or
no, you can get it on Amazon, but I think you have to subscribe on Amazon to their Showtime channel, maybe.
Okay, all right.
You know how they have channels? I think you have to subscribe.
Okay.
You actually get a lot of stuff if you're actually one of their Prime members.
Yeah. Well, he is.
It's not straight on Prime. It doesn't come through on just on the Prime membership.
Yeah, you have to subscribe to the channel. But this season was kind of weird because it was 12 episodes, and leading up to I think about the 8th episode, it was decent. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of each show and each season of each show has its own rhythm. I feel like, right? And so you're getting into it, and you're like, okay, and all right, all right. But leading up to that 8th episode, I felt like that should have been the season ender.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wait a minute, they still have 4 episodes to go here.
Oh, yeah.
What's gonna happen now? And those last 4 episodes to me were kind of like, what is this for? What are we doing here? Like, you already had the big showdown. You had this big build up to the showdown, and then you had it, and now we're seeing what happens after, and it wasn't just as interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was like this big. So I watched that. I watched Vikings, the last season, the most recent season of Vikings. That was okay. I'm kind of into this other. I'll just talk TV series for a second. I've been watching off and on this series on Netflix called something Design. It's Big Designs or Great Designs or something like that. It's about these houses, right? It's a home show sort of program, and they'll, over the course of a few years, they'll follow people that are doing these unique designs of a new build or a rebuild of a home. And that one's, fairly interesting. I have some redesigns that I'd like to do in my house. I don't know if I'll ever get to it, sort of thing, but you're like, if I could change this bathroom, I would change it like this,
Yeah.
So I'll watch the one on I'll watch maybe an episode or two on that. I don't know, Grand Designs or something like that on Netflix. It's okay. Not super great, but it's okay.
How about Westworld? Have you watched Westworld?
Yeah, Westworld. Now one of my big things is I wait for seasons to be over. The Billions was over.
Last week.
I think Westworld had its season finale, right?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah. So now, thank you, Mark, because I have permission to start watching Westworld. So
we're up through the 9th episode. We have the last one to watch for season 2. That's the only one we have left to watch. So.
Okay. Now I've been downloading, and Mark knows the audio file portion of this, and I've been downloading. That I've been downloading copies that are 720p, so they're not exactly 1080p or 4K, but they show up on my upscaling. My TV will upscale up to 4K decently, not great, perfect, but decently. So I've been downloading 720p quality copies of the show that do have true 5.1 surround. So I have been doing that. So the Billions was phenomenal sounding and all that sort of thing. So I expect Westworld to sound really good. Those sorts of things. So I'll start watching that. I watched what did I watch on Hulu? Oh, Handmaid's Tale. I have to watch season 2 of Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched that yet on Hulu. I don't know if you're a Hulu guy or not.
No, we don't get Hulu.
But that's another good one. That's another good series. Season 1 was good.
Heard that's good. How about Lost in Space? There's a 10 episode thing on Netflix that came out about a month or so ago.
Yeah, I tried watching Lost in Space. I watched a couple episodes. I'm gonna get back to that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to it. It's not holding all my interest, so I watched a couple episodes, got away from it. I'll get back to it. It's one of those that I'll watch an episode or two and probably fade away from it a little bit and then get back to it.
Yeah.
It's more of a fill-in show for me. It's not super intriguing.
Yeah.
Not something I'll binge straight through, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Path on Hulu was also decent.
Hmm.
Not super great, but decent. I would give it, if I had to rate it on a 1 to 10, I would say Path is a good 6.5 or a 7. You know,
Okay.
decently. Season 1 was decently produced. Once you watch all of season 1, season 2 will keep you interested, but it might be that.
Bathroom break.
Oh yeah. So season 2 might be more of that fill-in type season for you, but yeah, it's okay. It's interesting to me. There's actually, if you're what is now called YouTube Premium, if you're a YouTube Premium subscriber, YouTube actually, it used to be YouTube Red, but if you go to the YouTube Originals section, they actually have some decent series on YouTube. And everything is youth focused, so it's very, very millennial focused. So as long as you keep that in mind, some of those series will interest you. If you happen to be of millennial age, and some of these series on YouTube might just flat straight up interest you because they're pointed right at you. But there's one called Impulse that's okay. That one's okay, worth a watch, I guess. There's that's about the only one that I can really get into. They really are younger focused. The YouTube series, YouTube original series, are really youth focused. But if you happen to be a youth,
I remember when it was.
I remember when I was, yeah, and
Yeah.
I've watched one episode of quite a few of them, and we're just in different places in life, right? Like, we're just in different places of life, and where they're coming at it from is just, but I have enjoyed at least 1 or 2 episodes of Impulse on the YouTube original, which is now YouTube Premium, not YouTube Red. But YouTube does have some original series which are decent. That's actually, I think, the extent of I'm trying to go through Netflix. Netflix is actually a lot of. You tell me, Mark. Maybe Earth. I don't know if you're into, watching a lot of series or not. But Grand Designs. That's the one. Grand Designs. That's what it's called. And I'll watch an episode or two. It's kind of that nice little. I don't really want to concentrate on something. I want to watch something. I want to have something on TV, and then I might be cooking. You know what I'm saying? That sort of thing. So I'm cooking. Yeah. It's on the TV. I'm hearing it more than watching it, and I'm like, I can peek at it. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what that looks like, and then I can just kind of keep listening, sort of thing. It's one of those. It's a home show. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't keep up on series like you do on Netflix.
Yeah, I definitely.
Most of the stuff I haven't seen.
I keep up on series because it's all I got. Like, if I'm gonna watch something, I don't watch live TV. So, as a matter of fact, there's guys that know I don't watch live TV. So they don't even mention commercials with me because I don't get any of the references. I won't understand it. It goes right over my head. You know what I'm saying? Because part of being this extreme of a cord cutter is I don't see commercials. I pay for YouTube Premium. I pay for Hulu Premium, if you will, the service that don't have commercials. I don't hear too many commercials. I don't see too many commercials. I don't see commercials at all. So until it's football season, I'm not getting your advertising. So I don't understand the references. And then by the time I do get to a commercial and I'm online, I'll skip right over it. I don't have time. I don't have patience for your commercial. I'm like a millennial when it comes to your commercials. I don't have time for it. I'm like, oh dear God. Whoa! What is this a commercial? Are you kidding me? Like that's my reaction. That's my reaction to a commercial now.
I listen to Mom in the other room once in a while, and she's like, 10 minutes worth of commercials. I'm trying to watch my shows here.
Yeah. You know what? And like DirecTV Now, that's the only live TV I have is DirecTV Now.
We've got Dish Network.
Dish Network. Okay. So when DirecTV Now finally got DVR for everybody, of course I tuned into it. I watched an auto race and I watched some NBA finals. And they're trying to be proactive in showing you how long the commercials are going to take. For a guy like me that don't see commercials anymore, I'm like, 4 minutes of commercial? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, to me,
Seems
it's an
forever.
eye-opener to, like, how much commercial advertising is being blasted into your brain. Like, to me, it's, like, the worst thing that could have ever really happened. Because now you're like, I literally would sit there and watch 4 minutes of you trying to shove this down my throat? Like, that's incredible to me, man.
What I get a kick out is all the drug commercials.
Yeah, right. Sure. In any case, though, let me go through some of the series. Now, I watch Altered Carbon. Let me go through. Let me show you what I'm seeing here.
Get all the way through season 2 is it season 2 now of Altered Carbon?
I don't know if it's season 2. If it is, I'll watch it. I think it was just season 1.
Okay. I'm almost through season 1, I think.
So season 1 was okay. My big draw to Altered Carbon was that it was in 4K and it looks phenomenal in 4K.
Okay.
If it wouldn't have been 4K, I probably wouldn't have watched it, quite frankly. Some of these, that's their big draw, is that they're 4K. The Forest, I haven't seen that one yet. Let's see. The Rain, I was really drawn to it. My issue with The Rain is that it's in another language. This is my problem with Netflix. They have so many series now that are in other languages. They really need to do a better job of letting you know, hey, this one's in French. Hey, this one's in Dutch. This one's in Spanish. This one, because see, everything right here makes you believe that it's in English. It has, frankly, it has white people. You're seeing white people, so you think, okay, this is in English. The print is all in English, so you're thinking it's in English. It's not. You got to do a lot of reading. I don't like to read, Or some series have been worth reading, and Rain for me, I would rather just listen and enjoy. I want to hear the sound effects and enjoy. It's a really well produced show. I like the way that it's out there, but The Forest I haven't tried to watch yet. Evil Genius, any of these I haven't tried to watch yet. I haven't any of these. No, I haven't watched any of these. The Jessica Jones I try to watch. I'm not a comic book guy, so anything Marvel, I'm like, I'm not a comic book guy. Babylon I think is also in another language. I think it's in German or something, and so that's another tough watch. I think.
Yeah. Babylon Berlin, yeah, that probably is in German.
Yeah, I think it is. There's a lot of these that I've started. Punisher, Defenders, those are comic book based.
Yeah.
Hard ones for me, man. I'm not a comic book guy. Some of these comedy shows just blow. I tried watching this Eli Wong or whoever.
Allie.
Allie, is that Allie? Yeah, not my thing. I haven't seen this. I don't know how you say her name, but I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't tried. Rotten, I've tried to watch. You know, Rotten has a message. You know what I'm saying? And as long as you agree with that message, then it's a good watch, right? Like Money Heist, I haven't seen. I tried watching this Private School. You know, some of these comedy specials, man. So a lot of these shows now on Netflix they're trying to. I feel this is my opinion on them. It feels like they're trying to get you that 13 Reasons Why. I tried watching that, and it's just not my thing either.
Yeah.
It's a younger show. The 13 Reasons Why is just a younger show. It's geared towards. It's produced towards a younger generation, and it's just whoop, over my. You know, it's not over my head. It's just not for me. You know.
Yeah.
I'm past that stage in my life.
We're getting old. We're just getting old.
That's what it is, right? You know, I don't want to admit it or say it. Rogue One was okay. I watched that. Lost in Space, yeah, I've seen a few episodes, and it's one of those for me that I'll get to.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, I watched the original series back when I was a kid. You know, the old black and white series from the early '60s, and it's completely different than that. It's got the same characters, but completely different. But it's worth watching.
Yeah, it's yeah. See, there's that Babylon Berlin, Money Heist. Dexter, I haven't watched. I've heard some good things about Dexter, and there's 8 seasons. So if I can get into it, there's plenty to watch there. I have not seen Dexter, so maybe I'll check that out. There is tons and tons and tons to watch on oh, and they have a Grand Designs Australia version. I am just now seeing that, so I'm going to add that to my list. I want to see. My intrigue with Australia is lots of Australia is very similar because it's desert, and it's very similar to where I live now, and into New Mexico specifically.
Yeah.
So that intrigues me. Some of these home shows that they're making on Netflix are pretty good. Here's one that says, I Own Britain's Best Home. I'll check that one out. That might be okay. I did watch The World's Most Extraordinary Homes. That was okay. So if you're into the home shows, you know, they do have a lot of home content on here. On Netflix, which might be okay. Taken was okay. That series spin-off on the Taken movies was okay, not super great. But okay. The Last Kingdom, if you're into like that 14th century kind of like I am sort of stuff, that was you know, I got
Vikings, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's not a Vikings. Vikings is definitely better. Vikings is definitely better. But, you know, those last couple of seasons of Viking. Ozark, for me right now, their big shows are Ozark. Ozark is just a knock out of the park.
I'm waiting for season 2. That's coming out. Is it coming out probably in the fall, I would think?
Yeah, I would think. No. It is coming. It is coming.
Really, really good show.
That was a great show.
Mark show.
Yeah.
Financial Advisor bad. That's what Ozark is.
Ozark is a great show. It really was. Yeah. I loved that show. That's Ozark. The Crown was good. I enjoyed The Crown. I admit The Crown's not going to be for everybody, but I thought The Crown was good. Season 2, not as good as season 1, but season 1 is definitely worth a watch on The Crown. As far as a drama, if you like a good drama. And then, of course, they have the other one. What do you call that? The main one about the president and all that.
House of Cards?
Yeah, House of Cards. Oh, my God, House of Cards was so.
But that's done because Kevin Spacey got the whole
Yeah.
stunting a 15-year-old boy or whatever he was doing.
Yeah. Now we don't like Kevin Spacey because he apparently touched somebody wrong 30 years ago. So now we don't like Kevin Spacey.
There's not going to be any. There's not going to be. I guess House of Cards. They're not going to resolve it by doing a final series or season or anything. It's just going to be like there it is.
It was kind of wrapping up the way it was. I don't know if you ever saw Godless. Did you ever see Godless on Netflix? That's a Netflix original as well.
No, I haven't seen
Godless, if you like westerns, was okay. It was maybe a solid 6.5 or a 7. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those like 3.4 rated beers that, boy, if you like it, you really like it. But you know, you might. It was one of those type of shows.
Yeah.
You know, it one of those 3.4, 3.5 rated shows that, boy, if you like it, you really like it. If you don't, then I can see that. But Godless was okay. I'm a Western guy, so I kind of dug it. It kept me interested, at least. Not super great, but kept me interested. So Godless was another one that was worth a watch. The Frankenstein Qualities isn't a Netflix originals, but one of those that they bought. Season 1 is that. Oh, thank you. I make these reminders to myself so that I forget. So I'm thanking the reminder. Thank you, reminder. That one was Star Wars: The Last Jedi is on Netflix now.
Oh, that's the one that came out last year, right?
I've got the DVD of it.
I'm going to watch that. Just now seeing that, I'm going to watch that. Yes. Yes. That's in the new releases. I'm just seeing it. For some reason, my page refreshed on me, so now I'm all jacked up. I lost my place. Darn it. That sucks because I was on a roll there. But in any case, those are some of the good ones that I've seen. The Borgias. If you haven't seen the Borgias, bro, that was one of those really good. I think that was an HBO series. They have the 3 seasons of the Borgias. If you haven't seen it, if you're in that, to me, that is one of the best Roman Empire, like the Pope type shows produced. It is fantastic. The costume, the actual production of the places where they're at, it's fantastic.
Gorgeous. Okay, I'll take a look at that on HBO. Yeah.
Well, it's on Netflix, is what I'm saying.
Oh, it's on Netflix now. Okay.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. They have 3 seasons on Netflix.
Wow. Okay.
So that one is, if you haven't seen it, that one you'll probably enjoy, because it's like a mafia sort of thing. There's a lot of that sort of thing happening.
Roman mafia.
Yeah. So it's this Roman Catholic sort of mafia. It has all that sort of stuff in there, and it's fantastic. It checks off a lot of those boxes. You have sex, you have mafia, you have money, you have all that stuff in there, and it checks off a lot of the boxes. If you haven't seen the Borgias, it's really good. And again, if you haven't seen the Peaky Blinders, I'm telling you,
I started watching Peaky Blinders a few months ago, and I'm like three episodes into the first season.
And it's just not hitting for you, huh?
Well, I just haven't. I haven't watched it. It was okay. I think I need to sit down and just watch a few episodes.
Right. That one, I am a huge fan of that time frame and that period, and then it had all those sorts of things: money, sex, killing. There has to be that perfect balance of people dying and money and all that stuff, and then I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm like, oh, okay, someone needs to die now. Oh, he got killed in a spectacular manner. I'm happy, right? Yeah, those things thrill me. So,
Yeah, I need to check that. I need to revisit that. I started watching that, like March, April, and then I got pulled away, and here it is, July.
yeah, and I'm like that with certain series. Like I'm like, okay, I'm not feeling it now, but I'm not gonna go away from it. I'm gonna give it a chance. Because some of these shows you come back to it like beer. Like some beers you try them and you're like, it didn't really wow me. And then a year or two later you have it and you're like in a different mood, in a different place and whatever, and it just wows you. My next guest with David Letterman, some of those interviews have been fantastic. Some of those interviews are not necessarily funny, but just interesting. If you're a David Letterman fan, then you'll probably enjoy where he's at in life now. He has the beard and all these sorts of things, and everybody comments on the beard and
the Grizzly Adams beard.
Yeah.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah.
You got Churchill Secret Agents. That's one that's on my list to watch. Have not.
So that's all the stuff that was going on in World War II era.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that sort of thing is really interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? So that gives us some stuff in our cache there to kind of.
There's so much. I mean, it's just there's so many, at least decently good shows available now between Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, HBO, and there's no way you can watch them all.
Oh, another absolute fantastic show. You have to like this show is Narcos. Narcos on Netflix is
I've watched 2 episodes.
Netflix.
That's another one that got left behind the last couple of months. Watch that again. Pick that one back up. Yeah.
Alexa, stop! Because she's yelling at me. Your chicken timer is done.
Okay.
Dude, if you could smell right now what I'm smelling.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Slow cookers are the death.
It's overload.
Dinner time. It's dinner time.
Yeah. So I put at least 11 or 12 different chicken breasts in there, but on the bottom I lined it, of course, with potatoes because I'm like, duh, right?
So potatoes on the bottom, chicken breasts, and then what on top?
That's it, literally just chicken breast. Because it's just a meal prep. It's just trying to get the chicken breast cooked. So, but I put potatoes in there because it's a slow cooker, so you need to put something on the bottom. And there's something about potatoes that cook. And then, of course, instead of water, I put chicken broth, and then I put garlic, and then I had to put onion, and then I have to
a little bit of everything else.
Yeah. So I seasoned it up all good. So,
and then you cook it for like what, 6 hours on low or something like that.
This one I actually am doing about 4.5 on high.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do high, I'm typically gonna be somewhere in the 4-hour range.
Okay. Yeah.
If I'm on low, and then I'm gonna be 8 hours. That's that's how I roll there.
Yeah, you got 4 or 5 meals at least out of that. Yeah.
Oh, easy. Yeah. That one's. You know what else I watched too was Sherlock Holmes on Netflix. It's called Sherlock. It's an English series. It's a BBC series that they bought, and now it's on Netflix. That one's pretty good. Boy, I could go through them. Oh my god,
so many. Yeah, I mean there's stuff that both of us watch, and then there's stuff that only I can watch because the boss doesn't like it all. So I have to watch when the boss goes to bed. I have to watch
And then if you're like me and you're a Seinfeld fan, you know, this year, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee finally hit Netflix.
Oh,
Jerry finally broke down and took his stuff off of Crackle. Well, he didn't take it off of Crackle, but he allowed Netflix to have it now.
Pick it up. Okay.
And so it's fun to watch an episode or two of that here and there as a nice fill-in. Like I say, those are I have shows that I put on. The home shows are typical. Home shows are typical, like I said, those grand design shows and that sort of thing. I'll put that on when I'm cleaning, cooking, that sort of thing. You know, then I can kind of tune in and I'm sipping a beer here and there. And you know how that is. You know. So, in any case, guys, we're out of here. I'll see you guys, man.
Next week or on the 4th, maybe.
Hopefully on the 4th.
If not the 7th.
Sounds good.
If not the 7th. Yeah, thank you, Earth Man, for pointing that out because I literally forgot about that. So, yeah, we'll see if there's any interest. If there is guys that want to, you know, talk about it, man, we'll do that. Why not? So we'll see you guys, man. Peace out.
So hopefully